The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 96 of New York's #1 podcast for hip-hop. The Rap Roundtable returns. New York Bias 3 is on the way. Episode 100. The countdown to New York Bias is definitely counting. Also, we are on the road to 20,000 subs on YouTube. We at 16.2. I'm guessing by the time this drops, it'll probably be at 16.3. Slowly but surely, walking down that 20K marker.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we do here. We are a YouTube entity with a little bit of Twitter on the side, and we'll figure out Instagram and everything else and Facebook later. We won't brag about like other things because everybody knows the main game is YouTube. You know what I mean? Focus on, if you want YouTube, you spending an hour and change to record everything you do with the post-production and all of that, then I don't want to hear about no other social media sites. YouTube is where it's at. You putting your energy into that. And if you know how hard it is to get one subscriber on YouTube, to get 16,000 of them, that is a fucking accomplishment. And I'll brag about that every day.
Same.
You know what I mean?
Not a single connect, nothing.
Shit.
And we about to speed by some motherfuckers.
Talk about it.
Like 50 Cent in that car.
Talk about it.
And laugh in their face.
Top 10 meme action.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like shout out to y'all for hitting the subscribe button. Shout out to the new people who in the last, I would say, month or so who've locked in, especially on a Monday show. They've been locking in on the Mondays.
That's a fact.
Tapping in, running a tour. We did a 2-hour and 20-minute live on Monday. And I would say about 75% of the people who at our peak, it was about, I think we had about 551 was our peak viewership. And by the end of the show, we still had about 375 in there. They was running that marathon. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all, man.
And shout out to y'all, everybody with the super chats, everybody making it rain. You know what I mean?
A lot of love.
So much so that we have to, now we got to make it a whole segment. Like we just pile them up and go through them one by one as a segment at the end.
It's basically a mailbag.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Salute to y'all, man. We love it.
Not just folks who agree with us neither. We appreciate the discourse when y'all come and y'all think that we was bugging out. You know what I mean?
Fuck it.
The only thing we don't put up with is disrespect.
That's it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Call me corny. Call me a buster. I don't care. Call me a bias stand.
Oh, they hated you on Monday.
Oh,
welcome to my world, Sam.
Poured me.
Welcome. You know what? I'm glad that now with these new people, they can start getting on me. It's other niggas here.
Yo, I really felt like old days job for a second, man.
Yes. I just watched the shit like, yes.
Year 2, year 3, that was job.
I'm sitting there, I was in my phone like this, just rubbing my chin like, all right.
Sin was messed up for a while.
Listen, man, they decided Sin was part of the Lane Gang and just went in.
Lane Gang, PG Sin.
Hey, listen, PG Sin, I'll take that one.
He's here for it.
But anyway, if you don't know by now, it's your guy Joff here alongside the Rap Snob, alongside Deanie the Bounce, alongside the homie Mase. You can find the Rap Roundtable, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and of course Twitter. Roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of these. Roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of these. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're the symbol of hip-hop discussions as we continue to levitate and elevate. Rock this. So when your rap head fans see it, they be like, yo, what the fuck is the Rap Roundtable? Then you can just send them to our YouTube. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
1 + 1 = 2.
Listen, hoodie's coming on the way, too.
There you go. Roundtablemerch.com. Okay?
Get yours.
Get yours. The beat you hear in the background, shout out to Ease. The beat you hear in the background, brought to you by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Holla at us.
We got a special guest coming on at the end of this episode, an artist by the name of G's. At the end of the episode, make sure you lock in another young spitter from Virginia. So, you know, it's not just some New York niggas. We spreading the wealth. We had some Chicago niggas. We had a Connecticut nigga. Now the Rap Roundtable's in Virginia.
Dipping down south.
Come on now. Lock in.
Hey, yo.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm
we
saying.
Starting early, man. We starting early.
All right.
We back, y'all. We back.
I won't give you a technical foul, but, you know, the next one is a tech. But anyway.
Just a warning.
The Rap Roundtable Top 5 series continues. For this episode, Sincere the Rap Snob suggested that we, you know, pivot away from like individual accolades, right? Let's get into some duo talk. Top 5 rapper producer duos. So now, Sincere the Rap Snob, I'm going to defer to you to lay out the rules of engagement so that people don't ask questions in the comment section.
Of course. So just to be clear, you know what I mean? First and foremost, I just want to, mention that this is sort of an extension of conversations that we've been having, especially with Nas and Primo announcing that they're finally about to drop their duo collabo album sometime this year. And so it got us to thinking, you know what I mean? Nas and Primo is one of those classic MC producer duos. They're not a group, you know what I mean? It's not like P-Rock and CL Smooth. It's not like Mobb Deep. So it got me to thinking, like, what's everybody's top 5 rapper producer duos who are not an official group? You know what I mean? They've collabed a lot. They've made some classics. You know what I mean? It could be classic albums, could be just classic, album cuts or random songs or singles. But yeah, let's talk about it. Again, unofficial rapper producer duos, right? Not groups, not official duos, not, Mobb Deep or something like that, or P-Rock and CL Smooth or Gangstar. That's what we talk about.
Artist that works with producer. A lot. There you go. There's a long list of records that you can attach to the two of them. And again, Mike H, I'm giving you work. If this person pulls into the chat, anybody, Mike H, Miss LB,
Yeah.
Lenover,
Marcos,
LP, and Marcos. If somebody comes in the chat and they say, yo, but why you didn't mention such and such?
Yeah.
Let them know that this is not the definitive top 5. This is our personal 5s and y'all 5s. Everybody give us your 5s. You know how we do this shit. Let them know we're not saying this is the only 5 that counts. We're giving our personal 5s based on our opinions and our tastes. Okay?
Yeah.
That's the work. Let these people know. Y'all are gonna filter out them comments and let them know where we at with that. Sincerely, you want to go first or do you want to go last?
And if people miss the rules, let them know what the rules are.
There you go.
Right, please.
How you want to run it?
Please.
I'll pull up first.
There you go. Let's cook.
Sincere.
Yeah. So I just want to set the stage by giving flowers to my number 5 spot. This is going to be heavy underground. You know what I mean? Heavy, mid-aughts, West Coast.
Oh,
Word.
oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
know what this is.
Oh, shit.
You on time?
Coming to
Now-
the blog era thing.
Yes. Close to the blog era.
Going through the same old thing.
I don't want to go through it.
That's where we at.
I'm coming in at number 5
Y'all starting early.
with
man.
Blue and Exile.
I knew this would be on the list.
Woo!
That's
I
his
thought you
shit.
was going to go with
I
Larry
knew
June
this
and
was gonna
somebody.
be-
So
Nah,
yeah.
it odds.
You
Man,
gotta
Larry
know-
June
you gotta
doesn't
know
go
your
back
man.
that far.
I knew this would be here too.
Nah, Blue and Exile, man. Listen, again, I have to rep for, one of my favorite MCs, one of my favorite producers who, neither one of them really got the notoriety that I feel that they deserve. They're not a group either. A lot of people will think Blue and Exile is a group just because they came into the game, with the album Below the Heavens. But yeah, man, like Below the Heavens and then also Give Me My Flowers While I Can Still Smell Them, back to back. They've each worked individually on other projects. Blue as a solo MC, Exile, throwing beats on different artist projects. But I feel like when they come together and they put out a project and they lock themselves in the studio, I think they are both at their best when they're working with each other. And I think that's going to be sort of the common thread for my top 5 is who are the MCs, the artists that sound their best and sound the most at home when they're working with this certain producer, and what producers' beats sound like they were meant to be used by the MC that they were used by, right?
Sure.
And so at my number 5 spot, I'm coming in heavy underground, Blue and Exile. Again, Below the Heavens and Give Me My Flowers While I Can Still Smell Them. Those are two. Below the Heavens is absolutely like their number 1 classic to me.
Okay.
Give Me My Flowers, I think is also an exceptional album, exceptional project. I don't know if I would deem it a classic, but it's an incredible project. They also put out Miles fairly recently, which a lot of people loved. I didn't love it. I didn't dig it quite as much as the two that I just mentioned, but it was still good enough to where, they deserve a spot in my top 5. So that's where I'm coming in at. Blue in Exile. Number 5 as rapper-producer duo. Number 4, staying West Coast. Taking it back a little bit more.
The vibes.
I gotta go with Snoop and Dre, bro.
Hey.
Okay. Classic.
I ain't mad at that.
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre is like peanut butter and jelly, bro. Like, come on. Now, here's the thing. Like, we've heard Dre on, make beats for Cube. We've heard Dre with Ren. We've heard Dre with Nas and Jay. We've heard Dre with M and even 50. And he's always provided all of those MCs with nothing short of classic material. Well, maybe with the exception of Nas Is Coming. I wouldn't call Nas Is Coming a classic track, but it was still, it was all right. I think it was overly hated at the time. So, I mean, Dr. Dre, obviously one of the shoguns of the producer game.
For sure.
You know what I mean? When we talked about the, the tiers, the producer tiers many, many years ago, go back and do the knowledge. Dre was absolutely, top tier on our tiers of producers, right? Now Snoop's career has been, like, I don't want to say hit or miss, but he definitely has not put out the amount of work that would make me consider him one of my favorite MCs. You know what I mean? But I gotta give
tiptoed around that one. Since.
Yeah, I gotta give flowers where they're due. The work that Snoop and Dre put out together, Deep Cover, G Thing, the entire Doggy Style. Doggy Style is just like, that alone is gonna, is gonna win this argument. You know what I mean? Then, the tracks that he was on 2001. You know what I mean? Even the hook that he did on Still DRE. Yeah. You know what I mean? Fuck You, Next Episode. It just seems like Snoop is at his best when he's over a Dre beat. You know what I mean? We heard him over other productions. We've even heard him on Neptunes and Pharrell. He does his thing. But it's Snoop and Dre. Snoop is at his best when he's with Dre. And I feel like Dre's beats sound the best when Snoop is rapping over them. You know what I mean? So that's going to be my number 4. Number 3.
What you got?
I know I'm going to make y'all mad, especially Jarv. Common and Dilla. You got something to say? You got something to say, Jarv?
This is trash. It immediately became trash. Top 5?
Absolutely top 5.
Oh man, Dilla.
Oh,
everybody has Dilla beats, by the way. Big Sean. He has them.
Listen.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen real quick.
The Dilla talk.
Everybody
First of
got
all,
Dilla beats.
we all know that Common is in my personal top 5
What
MCs
the
of all time.
fuck?
You know what I mean? And there's a reason for that. Common's work with No ID. Common has classic albums. Let's put that out on the table.
Okay.
Facts.
B is definitely a classic.
Let's not gloss over that.
Produced by Kanye?
Yeah.
Oh,
Listen,
Classic.
Common has classic albums. One of his classic albums was mostly produced by Dilla.
what?
Like Water for Chocolate.
It's a classic.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Shit.
It absolutely is.
Word.
So
Unanimous classic?
It's a coffee house.
it's a classic.
I wouldn't say unanimous.
I was about to say, like
Water for Chocolate.
Resurrection and B are like unanimous. I would say like
I would say Like Water for Chocolate has more fans than Resurrection does.
The Resurrection?
Yeah. I would
ain't gonna
say
argue
that.
with you. You the common guy, but
I would
the
say
common
that.
man.
This list has got very common.
Now look. So here, Common's work. He's worked with no shortage of elite classic. OG producers. No ID, Kanye, Pharrell. He's even worked with Primo. You know what I mean? Dilla's worked with the likes of Busta Rhymes, Slum Village,
Salute to Dilla.
even Ray and Ghost.
Legend.
Shogun.
But again, I feel like both of them were the most at home when they were working with each other. I think, when you listen to The Light, Knock Champa, Thelonious, The Questions, and that's just off of Like Water for Chocolate. You got Soul Power off Electric Circus. I know people don't like Electric Circus, but that track goes for me. Off of B, everybody's talking about B, which was mostly produced by Kanye. God Is and It's Your World are two of the best tracks on that album. Produced by Dilla. So Far to Go. Both versions.
Okay.
Even E equals MC squared on Dilla's project. That Common and Dilla, man, that's top 5 material right there for me. So that's my number 3. At number 2, I think I'm gonna get the bros on my side a little bit more now.
What's up?
Hove and Just Blaze.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now here's the thing: a lot of people, when this topic might come up, and they start thinking about who's Jay's partner in crime in this, they're gonna say Kanye probably
Because they didn't do the knowledge.
exactly. You know what I mean? But when you really go back and listen, it's Hove and Just Blaze. They're the ones that set the blueprint, no pun intended, for what that Rockefeller sound was going to be for that entire era. You can't talk the Rockefeller era without that Just Blaze sound. And the way that Hove would stick his chest out over those Just Blaze beats and drums and productions. You know what I mean? Starting with the Dynasty intro, You Don't Know Me, and the remix.
You don't know.
I'm sorry, You Don't Know. Yes, thank you. You Don't Know and the remix. Song Cry, Girls, Girls, Hovey Baby. One of the most unorthodox productions out of that whole era. That was not like a straightforward beat to rap to.
You saying Bink can't complain about Hovey Baby?
Yep.
He stole my style.
Yo, that's a very good point. Now look, we're not gonna have that conversation, you know what I mean? But obviously there was similarities in production styles, and Bink might have, you know what I mean, given Just Blaze a tip or two, pause along the way.
Yo.
Whoa.
A production tip.
Oh, there it is, guys. First segment.
There it
Shit
is.
File. You know what I mean?
But when you listen to Hovey Baby, bro, that beat is so unorthodox, and then the way Hove comes in and like hits every pocket on that beat, phenomenal. Bitches and Sisters, Show Me How, December 4th, PSA, bro, like that case closed there. It's Hove and Just Blaze. Like, I understand there's gonna be a lot of fans out there. There's gonna be like, really, it's supposed to be Hove and Kanye, especially with Watch the Throne. You know what I mean? But especially people that might say, you know what I mean, like Kanye made Hove's career. Okay. But it really is Hove and Just Blaze for me. That's number 2. And drum roll, my number 1 rapper producer.
We already know.
Duo. Yeah, what do you know?
Yeah, I
carry
feel
on.
like I know what it
Carry
is. I won't say
is
it,
it?
Sid. I'm not here
You want me to say it?
spoil the surprise.
You want me to say it?
Go ahead, say it.
I thought it would be Nas and Primo.
Nah, see, that's where you're wrong. It's Nas and Large, but no, it's Nas and Primo. It's Nas and Primo.
You was the gassing us, nigga.
Shit me.
I was really thinking about Nas and Primo versus Nas and Large Pro. Large Pro played such a major part in Nas's early career. Live at the Barbecue and Halftime, both before Illmatic. He gave him It Ain't Hard to Tell, you know what I mean, and all that. But after that, it was Nas and Primo off to the races, man. Like, to me, like these are really my 2 GOATs.
Okay.
My GOAT MC, my GOAT producer. You know what I mean? I talk a lot about Dilla here. Dilla might be my favorite, and I'll speak on him like he's the GOAT.
What?
But Primo's Primo, man. He laid the sound bed for all that classic shit in the 90s.
The New York in you.
Exactly, with Biggie, Hove, Nas, Gangstar, J. Rue, even Group Home, Mos Def. The list goes on and on, man. He even gave Common a classic single.
There you go.
But Nas and Primo, man, it doesn't get any better than that for me. New York State of Mind 1 and 2. Memory Lane, Represent. That's just off Illmatic. I Gave You Power. One of the if not the GOAT concept song, this is like easily top 3 concept song of all time. The classic single Nas is Like, the street single for I Am Before Hate Me Now, dropped. Come and Get Me, Second Childhood. He did classic with, you know what I mean, with Rakim and Kanye. He touched on Wave Gods, and now Define My Name. You know what I mean? I can't say that there's any other.
You did not just put Define My
Hold
Name.
on. Hold on.
I was not gonna be the one to
Hold on.
Jump starting, man.
I can't say that there is any other rapper producer duo that 30 years after they first got on each other's songs, you know what I mean, and worked with each other, that I would still be excited for what they have to do and for the collaborative project that they're about to put out. I am 100% excited for the Nas and Primo project, #1 rapper-producer duo, unofficial. Holla at me. Nas and
Fair
Primo.
place. I mean, it's a great pick, nevertheless.
Yeah, dope listen.
Dealing with balance. Let's work, bro.
All right, coming in at number 5, Nas and Hit Boy.
Okay.
I think we have to acknowledge what has happened before our very eyes over the last few years. You know, we have to take the time and really bask in the glory of what these guys made over the course of 2 years, 6 albums. You know, like the synergy between those two, the reinvigoration of Nas, the planting of Hit Boy in the minds of the older gods. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a younger god producer, but the fact he had the older niggas believing, the fact we see Nas, because he's the nigga that helped Nas restructure the game. Nas basically came back and had maybe the greatest resurgence we've ever seen from an MC of that age. You get what I'm saying? Nothing against his age. Just saying how many rappers have resurgences at 50 years old. It's pretty fucking incredible. Kudos to them. Countless songs to name. Go and actually tap into those fucking albums. KD3 is my favorite. Y'all know how I feel about KD3.
Facts.
Magic 2 and 3. Good albums in the run. You know what I'm saying? But my shits are the first 4. Go tap into those albums. Tap into the Magic series. Tap into the King's Disease series. Great music. You can't escape it. You will find amazing things there. Shout out to those 2. Gave us great content to talk about. Gave us great music. Great production. Great synergy. Reinvigoration. Just a great show. Shout out to all the shows. Madison Square Garden. Got Nas back in his bag.
Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? Barclays Center.
Yeah. Several and world tours. Shout out to him, Wu-Tang. They just doing their thing. Illmatic 30's going on now, so let's get it. Number 4. I have to do some of this off the top of my head because I had to take away some people because they were groups. Number 4, Metro and Fuge.
Okay.
You can argue with me. You can argue with your mother. You can argue with your best friend, sisters, uncles, others' friend. But just take a look at the category for the last 10 years. It's been 10 years. You know, we're in 2025, 2024 right now.
At me.
You would be the one to gripe with me about this. I just want to name just a few collabs. You know, the internet's doing me nasty in here, but I could do a few off the top of my head. Take the last 2 albums off the top. Just take the biggest song going on right now is the song featuring Kendrick Lamar. The blockbuster verse of the year, the thing that has all hip hop in a frenzy right now, all music really in a frenzy.
Wait, who's on that?
A Kendrick Lamar verse on a Future and Metro Boomin project. You get what I'm saying? I mean, Mask Off. Your man popped out. You know what I'm saying? He did his little Mask Off joint. He popped out. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Dirty Sprite too. Dirty Sprite 2. What a time to be alive. I mean, just countless singles in between that. Just the synergy between those two are undeniable. Shout out to Drake. Just immaculate things going on between. I mean, really
classics with him too.
Really changed my view on how, you know what I'm saying, how I listen to tunes in a way. Because if this is more younger generation music, but I feel like they make shit that the younger guards could fuck with, the older guards could fuck with. It's more like a trap. It's a trap vibe. They create a vibe together, and I think that's something that's very necessary when you have, you know, the synergy between the artist and the producer.
Good pick.
Number 3, I picked this off the top because I just felt like some love needed to be just blessed with this.
No Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy.
That's his name. That's his
no,
name.
No Diddy.
Love is his name. So I didn't know where you was going with it then. I'm just saying.
Yo, man. Number 3, Missy and Timberland.
Yeah.
Not the
like
not
that.
the most conventional pick,
I had them as.
but I mean, over the years, really have made some just astonishing, changed the way that hip hop was actually like going for a little while. That whole finger wave, Missy with the bags and just
Get your freak
putting you in
on.
those super duper
Super
fly,
duper fly.
can't stand the
I mean,
rain.
that
Just
whole era, Magoo,
It's real- Magoo,
Player,
Aaliyah,
702,
Genuine.
Aaliyah, Genuine. I mean,
what's homegirl?
the Indian
Gina
sound.
Thompson.
Gina Thompson.
Just the
Let Her
whole
On tweet.
shout out to RP Mr. Magoo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to like, I mean, they had a run, bro, like a
Yeah.
phenomenal run. Like
sure.
most people can't name like the name of the label they was on. You know what I'm saying? If you ask them, I think it was Black Round or some shit like that. But if you think
It
of
was.
the songs were powerful, especially if you're a nigga that was from the 90s. That's my time. I grew up at that time, so
I like that.
I got to give respect. And she when we think of MCs, sadly, Missy don't come to our mind as much as we should. But as far as she really stands alone in what she does. The visuals with the sonics and the
Super
look
unique.
and the style, just so creative. She was literally a creator. Number 2, I didn't do the knowledge. Jay-Z and Kanye. like, I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm going by my
wow.
ears.
Hold on.
And
hold
together
on.
they have made a lot of incredible shit.
Where's Kendrick?
Yo,
Wow.
a lot of incredible shit. No,
That's
nothing against Just Blaze.
crazy.
We all know the classics they made together, but I mean, when those dudes linked together, man, it was the energy around the
What's the
throne,
classic?
bro.
Like
What's
what?
hold on. What's the
Let
classic?
him
We
know.
on the same page.
Let him know.
What's the classic
Tell
Kanye and Hov song?
I mean, we can go Otis, we can go Ham.
The new shit,
Damn.
like the newer era. Post retirement.
you mean nothing? I
Like
mean, but that's still
the Rockefeller era.
that's basically like 15 years ago, though.
We talking about pre. We talking about the Rockefeller era when we say you ain't do the knowledge.
Oh, okay. So I
yeah,
stand
Rock
corrected.
Chain era
And you
before
gonna-
before, before
you-
Uzi got to it.
Right.
Who wants to be a millionaire? You gonna
Who's
call your
that
life?
hoes
You gonna
name?
call your lifeline?
I didn't want to get this straight.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, so I'm letting my straight go now.
Call up
But
your
yeah.
lifeline. They
Yeah.
ain't never changed.
Nah,
man.
you
Like,
in the
come on.
nigga,
got
aid
you.
sis,
I
nigga.
got you.
Aid me,
Panic.
nigga.
I got
Aid
you.
me.
He panicked.
Aid me.
Who
Tag
did,
in.
who did the intro for the Blueprint?
For the original
The
Blueprint?
ruler's back.
Oh, that
Ruler's back.
was Bink.
That was
okay.
big.
Yeah. You talking about
And then it was Takeover with Kanye. Then it was
Yeah.
then it
Just
was
Blaze did the lion's share. You could say he did 60% of the album.
hold on. I know Girls was like what? 3, 4, some shit like that? On the
That
album?
was 4th on the album. No, it was.
it was Rulers Back, Takeover.
Yeah, this
then
is
the
bad
single.
potting, but
Yeah, let's stay focused. We did.
So that was number 2.
I always thought it
That's
was
your number
Kanye
2.
that did the Rulers Back. By the way, like in my
That was
mind, it's
Bink.
always
That was
Kanye.
Bink.
All right.
And as Sin with number 1,
What you
Nas
got?
and Primo. Like
Hey.
countless music, some of the greatest hip hop songs you could think of. Nas is arguably one of my like top 5 greatest Nas
So
songs.
Sharon was talking to you when she sent that text message.
Who?
When she said your favorite was here.
Yo. She was talking to me, you know what I'm saying?
Who's
Fuck
his
We got
favorite?
plugged.
That's
too.
why-
Let me
Nas and Hov.
let me make this clear. Nas made your list twice.
Yeah,
And Hove, how many times?
one time.
Okay. Yeah, copy.
He hasn't had, maybe, for all we know, maybe is there a run? Fake Hov fan, whatever, nigga. Maybe there's a run
how
for
many
Hov.
times did Freddie Gibbs make the
The
list?
fakest,
One time. One time.
the fakest
Yo,
Jay-Z
if
fan.
Hov goes on a
I
run
know.
and drops 6 incredible albums, if not 4 incredible albums and 2 really good albums,
So what
that's a
Hov did with
conversation
Just
changer.
Blaze wasn't enough to make the 5?
Nah,
Like,
with Just-
what Hov did with Ye was enough to make the 5?
I mean, it's a lot of timeless music for me, man. Like,
I
that was a good
guess.
time
He
for
like
me
what
to
he
throw.
like.
2011
Yes.
was an epic time in my life, man.
Hey man, I respect your picks. I'm just saying you're the fakest Jay-Z fan I know.
I'll take it.
Macito, let's work.
Good list, fellas. Good list. Dina, they tried to get you on the
You
spot,
see?
but you know I always got the
I'm on
tomato list in these top 5. So
Pull up.
I got you. Quick 30-second caveat for the list. I value the amount of tracks somebody had with somebody. So you know, a lot of times people say, hey, this producer rapper combo works, and they got like 2-3 joints together. You know what I mean? It's easy to average high when you got lesser joints with each other. And also, as well as what Sin was saying, if a producer, if their sound almost becomes like a proxy of the artist, like you hear the producer and you feel like that's a such and such type of beat, I added that as well. So let's get on with the list, man. Number 5, Kanye and Pusha T. Another caveat for my list, real quick, guys. I'm not double producing or double rapping, so I won't do the Deanie thing. You had Nas twice.
You said Kanye and who?
Kanye and Pusha T.
Wow.
Push a ton. I know Kanye has a lot of people that he could be up here with. I know, some people might say Common, some people might say Jay like him, but to me, from the second that New God Flow came out, this was the master duo. This was the duo that Kanye was meant to have as a rapper.
Now I gotta listen to that in the car on the way home.
Listen, man, listen.
That was a moment, bro.
A moment. And you remember that with the Ghostface verse?
Yeah, it was. I was about to say it was an even bigger moment when Ghost hopped on it.
Oh man,
New God Flow. I got goosebumps. I just got goosebumps right now. I forgot about
remember that, bro.
Everything else.
Wow.
From New God Flow all the way to Daytona, a modern day classic where Kanye laced the whole album. To me, it seems like this is Pusha's worked with Pharrell. You know what I mean? These artists have worked with a lot of people, but this is the match made in heaven. Like Pusha T, I've seen him say in interviews how Kanye wants him to be a certain type of rapper, and I think he knows exactly what type of rapper that Pusha is supposed to be, because every time these two get together, it's flawless, whether it's for Pusha, whether Pusha's writing for Kanye, whether they're just in the studio together, whether it's a Pusha feature like It's So Appalled. Like, I've never heard a whack song that Pusha T and Kanye West were both involved in. Like, this is like it don't get much better than those two.
That's interesting. What's your thoughts though on the pushback that maybe Pusha T sounded better on Neptune's?
I never thought that. I got slandered once upon a time for saying Hell Hath No Fury wasn't as good as everybody said back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. Maybe it's just since we've heard Pusha as a solo artist more with Kanye. But it just, I don't know, like if you know, like, come on, everything needs to put out together. I've heard whack Pusha T in Pharrell records. Shout out to that Justin Timberlake single they put out with the clips back in Once Upon a Time. I never heard whack Kanye.
I mean, that would be my point, that like the Pharrell Neptune's Pusha T era was also with Malice. And,
right.
Right. Yeah, well, we had the most recent album where he did half with half with Pharrell.
Half with Pharrell. And
a lot of people felt like the Pharrell half was better.
I preferred the Kanye side. You know what I mean? Even with Kanye, this was Kanye at his most bugged out. This was the Kanye that Pusha T was ready to leave. You know what I'm saying? And he still provided, the dope shit to me. You know what I mean? Is the Diet Coke joint that they dropped together? That was
fire.
Epic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta go with Pusha and Ye, man. To me, a match made in rap heaven. Number 4, Hit Boy and Nas, man. Let's not even play around. Like,
keep it a bean.
6 albums of heat, 6 albums of versatile material. Nobody has ever gotten Nas to be this active. Been around 30 years, bro, and Nas has never been this active. You know what I mean?
Hit Boy got Nas active, or did Nas just feel invigorated?
I think it's a combination, because with the way Hit Boy works, he drop a Game album, he drop an album with his Pops, he drop an album with his Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Hit Boy in his stew. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a combination. I think Nas probably always wanted this type of work relationship with somebody, and Hit Boy was the person to bring it out. You know what I mean? 6 albums. I mean, Magic, the first Magic and KD3 to me are immaculate hip-hop albums. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best in the last decade that we've gotten. You know what I mean? I know people have they childhood memories of Nas working with all the greats, because Nas got great songs with almost every elite producer. You know what I'm saying? But I can't look away from the fact that they put out 6 albums together, bro. Albums, not songs, albums,
in a short
bro.
time.
You know what I mean?
All quality.
Right, all quality. You know what I mean? All different sounds. And you know what I mean? And Nas, I feel like, was left in a way better position after he worked with Hit. You know what I mean? Think about after he worked with Kanye. People was looking at him like, yo, Nas, what's going on, bro? After he worked with Hit, we was like, this is what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to those two.
All right, real quick.
After the Kanye, you're right.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Real quick, do they have a Nas's Like together? Do they have a New York State of Mind together?
I didn't make it to the MSG concert.
Thun,
y'all told me Thun rang off kind of insane.
Thun might
Wave God
in the
might be
spot.
close.
You know what I mean? You know?
No, get spicy out of it.
I mean,
in this conversation,
it was a huge record though. I'm talking about.
Oh no,
like
man!
A huge record for the
Memory
Dirty,
lane. I gave you power.
Speechless. You know what I mean? It's all a matter of preference. You know, it's all a matter of preference. Number 3, that was my number 4, right?
Yeah.
Number 3, Rick Ross in the Justice League, man. Let's stop fucking around, man.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
I said, I give extra credence if the sound of the producer almost becomes the sound of the artist, and the luxury that the Justice League provide is like in unison with what Ross is as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the Mailbag musics, magnificent.
Luxury era Ross is the Ross we love.
No,
I mean,
come on.
hustling and all that.
We love it.
Get
We
it.
like it.
But when he
Mafia
got
music,
into that bag, different type of nigga.
We was ready.
So Ross, man.
Like the most classic material that Ross has dropped is when he was in the studio with Justice League, and at one point when you heard a Justice League beat, like you would be like, "Yo, Ross need to get on this."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just like I mentioned, all of the
That's
Mailbag
the
music.
first thing that came to my mind too.
Come on.
Magnificent. Yo, Rose, Justice League.
Yeah.
Triple
Man.
Beam Dreams, Aston
Yeah.
Martin music.
Wait,
I'm not a star.
wait. Triple Beam Dreams was Justice League.
Was Justice
Yeah.
League,
They
bro.
say that it's the opening tag when it cuts off.
Maybach 3,
I
nigga.
don't remember
Yeah.
that.
10 Jesus pieces, like come on, like
Ooh.
16
Man.
with the Andre verse.
Come
That was
on.
Justice League too.
Justice
Fuck.
League and
Come
Ross,
on.
man.
Oh,
Like
man.
it.
Yo, they didn't do.
You're
They
right,
didn't.
you
Hold
got
on.
that.
No, I don't. Who did Three Kings? Was that them?
Moving on, Dini. Nah, we fucking the whole conversation. Nigga, if you don't know, don't ask us, my nigga.
Because I don't know.
You always do that shit in the middle of the conversation. Who did that? Nigga, you supposed to offer the information.
I'm thinking it's a
Carry
song.
on, man.
But I'm gonna have to bite Sin for the next one, man. It's Just Blaze and Jay-Z,
Thank
brother.
you.
Sin, he mapped it out perfectly. Just Blaze, his sound became the sound of Rockefeller. So Sin mentioned all the joints they've done together: Ignorant Shit, Hovey Baby, You Don't Know, December 4th.
Oh, I actually miss Ignorant
PSA.
Shit. Good shit.
PSA, but then he also did Welcome to New York City. You know what I'm saying? He also did, what's that? The ROC Just Fire with Cam and Bleak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really mean it. Flip side, songs that were like the Jay-Z sound for other artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Just Blaze and Jay, to me, they architected that Rockefeller sound, that early 2000s sound. You know what I mean? That's just, it gave Dipset life, which gave Lil Wayne life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the way...
Careful now.
Listen,
No, he's the Wayne
I'm
guy.
the Wayne
He's
guy.
sanctioned.
I'm the Wayne guy.
He's
We gotta
sanctioned.
keep it
He
a
can say
stack
that.
here. This is what I'm saying. They can't throw tomatoes at me like you, Job. You know what I mean? I actually
They
listen
can,
to,
though.
It's like when a black
They
person says
will.
the N-word.
They
Like,
will,
it's,
actually.
It's all good.
You know what I mean?
He's
So
one of them.
even Oh Boy, it's like, and I know that's not a Jay-Z song, but it was the Jay-Z sound. Like artists would go
it
to
almost
Just
was.
Play, and right, it almost was.
It almost was.
It almost was. Shout to the deleted verse. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so
Damn, stole that shit.
what Justin J created. You know what I mean? Just that extravagant, the horns, the drums. Like, come on, man! Like, this is the Rockefeller sound of that early 2000s. Maybe one of my favorite sounds in rap history, and I feel like nobody was responsible for that, along with Jay-Z, like Just Blaze. Number 1 for me, man, I ain't fucking around. It's Future and Metro, man. Come on, man. Like, I don't like you.
That's number 2?
That's number 1. That's number 1,
Oh,
brother.
wow.
DS2, Metro Boomin produced every song on DS2. Just like you mentioned, Dean, we still don't like you. We don't like you. Almost
Trust.
We don't trust you. I'm sorry. I'm an OVO guy, so I've been avoiding it. Basically, a double album. You know what I mean? Half rap, half love songs. Like, these two have engineered the sound of rap like no others. Maybe you don't like the way it's gone, but these two alone. You know what I'm saying? You got the 21s, you got the Thuggers, you got the South Sides. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of producers and rappers that architected the sound, but Future and Metro almost. You mentioned Snoop and Dre. To me, they're like a modern Snoop and Dre in the sense that this is the sound that the youth want to hear. This is what you hear when you go outside. The drums, the shit that, you know what I mean? The shit that's defining the generation. Niggas go into the studio and they say, we want some Metro and Future sound and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I have to give them a lot of credit because unlike, you know, a lot of the classic producer rapper combos of yesteryear, they only had like 5-6 songs together. Future and Metro have dropped albums, classics. You know what I'm saying? Just like you mentioned, What a Time to Be Alive. So much shit that you don't even know that these two have done together. So for me,
Lucy's even.
Lucy's, you know what I'm saying? Come on, right from the Pluto
Vanity
era.
Family,
Let's
Low
be
Life.
honest here. So Low Life.
Nigga.
So it's like, for me, no, these two are in unison. You hear Future, you hear Metro, you know what I mean? If he don't trust you, Future might shoot you, Dave. So for me, number one, Future and Metro for sure.
I'm not mad at that. You know, I hate to go last in this spot because there's so many. It's gonna be a lot of repeat picks. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot. But at number 5, none of yous picked this group here.
It's the word.
In the early eras of the quote Great Rap Depression, well, you could say after the snap music wave kind of started to die down, T.I. picked up the mantle, and it was Toop, DJ Toop and T.I.
A lot of hits.
Who had a lot of bangers, lot of that trap music aesthetic before trap became its own thing, and you know what I mean? It was Toop and T.I. album after album. Damn near classics. Peace. Yes, borderline classics and shit that you really can't argue about. What was it? Trap music, Urban Legend.
Yeah.
What was after Urban Legend? King. T.I. versus T.I.P. T.I. and Toop, bro. Like the fact that you know what's funny about T.I.? T.I. getting more and more forgotten about as we venture off. They don't talk about him in the South. They talk about everybody. Wayne. We was just talking about Rose.
Even the younger cats more than so.
We talk about Future now,
right.
21 now, Gunna now.
Mm-hmm.
The other bum ass nigga I don't like, I ain't gonna say his name, who say he's gonna make ball cool again. Google it if you don't know who I'm talking about. But we don't talk about motherfucking T.I., the king of the South.
Is it possible because he tried to get too lyrical?
He was always lyrical.
Yeah, I mean, but then
that was Jeezy. When Jeezy got nice, niggas stop fucking with Jeezy.
No, I understand that, but then he tried to get a little bit more dexterous with the flow and the delivery.
Nah, leave my 5 alone, God. You
No.
The niggas is gonna watch the nigga say I said it. Nah,
right.
respectfully.
All right, but you know how they feel. About,
I know how.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Number 4. I amended my list because I heard another duo too many times. So I'm going to bring one of my honorable mentions and move them up to 4. Because of how we feel about the Great Rap Reset. How we see how Bars has now kind of got... It went from having a little piece on the block. Bars has his own block in rap now. It used to be a little corner the last 10, 15 years. But it got a whole block again, right? And you can't have that block without Westside Gunn and Derringer.
I like that.
So I'm gonna give him his flowers. Number 4, Westside Gunn. The fact that Sin don't have that right there, I swear to God, when you said I'm starting off, it was gonna be Westside and Derringer. I ain't gonna lie.
To Derringer, man.
Damn, Sin.
I've been alive a long time, man.
You right. You right.
My memories go back a lot further. You know what I mean? So
That's a bar.
That's
I've
different,
been alive
right?
a long time.
Snoop and Dre. You know what I mean? I got to talk about Snoop and Dre.
All right.
I've been alive a long time, man. I'm start telling the kids that.
Shit, nigga, when I was working in schools, that was the bar, bro. I said I done lived it already twice. Oh, Mr. Jones, what you talking about? Nigga, I seen it. I was you.
Getting there.
You know what I mean? But
What's the word?
number 3, I'm sick that the 2 of y'all's picked it, but it's Nas a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only because Nas a hit might not have the highs that Primo and hit, Large Pro and hit might have. I mean, Nas, pardon me, might have. But as far as bodies of work, 6?
Consistence.
How much rappers and producers got 6 of them things?
6, bro.
And they all quality.
Right.
Nas fans will tell you Magic is a classic. KD3 is a classic.
Yeah.
Some of them trying to tell me Magic 3 is a classic. But the fact that these are conversation pieces tell you that that combination means something.
Right.
What you want to say, Sid?
No, I was
I know you want to say something.
No,
because
because my brain is working. Like, remember that scene in The Dark Knight? Joker's in the cell, and he's like, "How many of your friends did I kill?"
You want me to tell you how many of them are cowards?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, that,
Man, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Six?
I know your friend's better than you did. Shit.
He trying to say I'm trying to
Six.
start some shit. That's what he's
no,
saying.
that's not what I'm saying. I just, every time somebody's like 6, like
Yo,
I think of that.
sad,
We gotta
bro.
get that drop.
Facts.
So number 3, definitely Nas and Hit. Number 2,
The what?
Future and Metro Boomin. Now we got to go back to the South because, I'm a New York nigga, pure. I was late to the Future party. I always tell y'all that story. I had a family member who was dating a dude who was partying a lot, and he was rocking with Future since Tony Montana and shit. And I was angry at Tony Montana. New York and me couldn't get with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, all right, satellite radio, DS2 era. I'm like, what's this sound? Like, this is different. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the shit that I'm mad at. I actually like this shit. And it wasn't too much auto-tune, whatever. You know what I mean? Then you hear records like Stick Talk. It's like, oh, what's this?
Yeah, man.
What's going on here? You know what I mean? Real sisters? Like, what we doing?
Low
Yeah.
bag.
And then Drake is a voyeur. He's always watching. He jumps in. 2015, the very next year, What a Time to Be Alive.
Yeah.
The Jumpmans, shit like that.
Drake is a voyeur.
Scholarship.
Shots to that. That's a bar.
Come on. Then you look at what in recent time, just talking about the producers. I didn't like 21 Savage at all. Savage Mode 2 dropped, and I became one of his biggest fans. Who produced that tape?
Metro.
Right. Metro, I think it's his Metro now is I think what I like about Metro and Future now is that if you listen to I Don't Trust You and I Still Don't Trust You, sonically they're moving away from the early era trap.
Right.
Like sometimes producers start getting that Hollywood money and they change their sound. We notice, you know what I mean, with the Spider-Man joint,
Right.
Metro changed his whole sound. Even with I Don't Trust You, that's not the usual trap sound that we know and love.
Right.
And he took Future along for the ride. Shit fire. But if you think about it, Heroes and Villains, Future was the MVP of that project.
Right.
That was kind of the precursor to what we got with these. To me, when they get together, I don't know if I'd like to hear them do an interview because Future don't talk enough for my taste. But it's like, I want to understand, do you go into the studio and ask Metro what's going on, or do you just let Metro play the beats and you just go on the trip?
That
And
is
y'all figure out
interesting.
where y'all land.
That's a good.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting. What is a Future interview?
Well, there's
I
been
don't
a
think
few,
I was-
but the I kind of like the fact he don't do interviews. You know what I'm saying? It kind of adds to the mystique of the music. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of times you have a image of the sound of the music and the person giving it to you. And a lot of times you see them in real life and you be like, this nigga is a lame, and it just kills the sonic. Like Drake decided to say.
I mean, well, we know Future's not a lame, bro.
We don't. But I'm saying I would hate for him to just like talk a lot and just fuck up that
That mystique.
that he has. Like, we don't need to hear about your love life in words, bro. Rap that shit. You feel me? We don't need to hear about
Yo,
the baby
Dini
mama
got
drama.
Trust issues,
Yo, I
bro.
just
think he does, bro.
be
I
who
think he
you
does.
are,
Hurt
my
you,
nigga.
bro.
It's not hurt. I just like people to
Nah,
be who
because
they
it's like
are.
the 5th time I'm gonna ask you that on the pod, bro. Like,
About what?
We gonna have to talk about who hurt you off the
It's
air.
who-
B.
Because I don't
You
want
got trust
interviews.
issues, B.
Nah, I
You
like
talking about
this.
Kendrick taking 5 years
Yo.
off, that hurt you?
Honestly, that was just weird to me.
You mad at
the
3
face,
Stacks, that hurt you?
That was weird too. A lot of weird motions, like to be who you are at that stature in the game and just take these long ass breaks. I don't get that. That don't make sense to
We're
me.
gonna have a sister
Well, your
podcast.
father's in your life, Dini. So what is it?
And I love that nigga to death. You
branch
get what
off.
I'm saying?
All right.
And I love that nigga to death. Shout out
I
to
can't
you,
even play the
Pops.
father call because he
Can't.
here.
And me and my
Right,
niggas be ice, we locked in like swimwear. You get what I'm saying?
All right. Number one, top 5 rapper producer duo for me. Y'all, I think everybody picked it. Well, not Dini because Dini, he didn't do the knowledge. But it's Just Blaze and Hove.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
man.
Okay.
Everybody screaming this Kanye shit. Oh, Kanye saved Jay-Z's career. It's the
Say
blueprint.
that.
If you listen to the blueprint, that's a Just Blaze album
Yeah.
featuring Bink and Kanye West. Blueprint 2.
Bink will tell you it's a Bink album.
Well,
and
we know
just-
that. We know that.
just
He
stop.
took Bink
But-
style.
He
Yeah.
absolutely
Because
will.
again, before I did the knowledge, you couldn't tell me when I the Hustler wasn't Just Blaze.
No, absolutely. And
You know what I
I
mean?
made that mistake for years before doing that.
But it's like, again,
knowledge.
if Sin teach me how to make beats, in my first 100 beats, I'm gonna sound like Sin.
You might
You feel me?
Yeah.
Bink don't got a Hovey baby or even an old
Not
boy.
at all.
But early on, he sounded like Bink, right?
Yeah.
But again, you look at the shit.
Rock the mic.
All
You
right.
don't got that.
Right.
What we do, he don't got that.
No.
If
Come
you was that
on.
good, you would have it.
Exhibit C.
Yeah.
And a
Amazing.
flip side.
Amazing.
G's in the cut flip side. You know what I mean? Like these records exist.
Yeah.
But like with Hov,
Breathe.
like you said for me,
The champ with Ghostface.
boy, I don't gotta repeat the songs because Sin kind of reeled them off. But it's like the way, I don't know what it is about the way Hov sounded on them records. Like the podium energy, I'm above it all, I'm the nicest. You believed it on them Just Blaze beats.
Absolutely.
I even think about like the relics, like the PSA 2. Like I always go back to that because it was like the nerve of you niggas to remix this shit and low-key sound fired in the original. You know what I mean?
The PSA remix.
Bro. And he was firing that mad niggas on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ignorant shit.
Including my guy.
The nerve. Nas, he was
That- yo,
shooting at
he
Nas,
was-
he was shooting at Fat Joe. Like shit was crazy. But you know what I mean? But I got an honorable mention.
We never gonna see eye to eye.
Your type of real we don't recognize
It's
is all
all
televised.
televised.
Come on, bro. That's my favorite shit. You know what I mean? Then you fucking, I want to just say, I wanted to add Pusha T and Kanye to that, but it was just like, the 5 that I had just couldn't make the cut. But for everything that you said, I agree. I just want to put that on wax. Like, to me, Pusha, everybody can say whatever they want to say about Pusha and Pharrell, but for me, I felt like Kanye produced Pusha T. He ain't just give him beats. You know what I mean? And that
Like he
and that
did Nas.
production, right? He did that. What he did with Pusha T, and even from the time we heard like My God and all them shits, like you talked about New God Flow, just being in the midst of that, it's like the vibe changed, the energy changed in the room. Shit, when I always go back to the MTV Awards when they first did, what was it? Let's have a toast for the douche. Runaway. When
Right.
he just,
Didn't even mention that.
Pusha T was never viewed in that type of light. He wasn't heard them type of beats. So it's like, I would have added them, but you know what I mean? I like the 5. I felt like T.I. and Toomp deserve their flowers. Metro and Future deserve their flowers. Because it's like, you know, we are a New York podcast and we are New York biased, but we do like, not saying, but we do like some of this other shit. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Two of my top 5 are West Coast.
True.
I said Southern.
Sin,
Oh,
you,
so,
you
okay, you're
West
right.
Coast Sin. We know you Cali
Come on,
living.
bro. You told us,
Come on,
you
man.
told us
We know
the
that,
first chance
like-
you get to move, you moving. That's what you told
Yeah.
us.
I mean, weed and weather.
Sid has
And
a
Midwest.
death row chain under that hoodie on, man.
Listen. two Cali, 1 Midwest, and then 2 New York.
Nobody from the South.
Southern
That's what it is.
Shout out to Juvenile and Manny Fresh as well on the check, and that's another honorable mention.
That was your
Absolutely.
honorable. I had an honorable Sin, Kendrick and Soundwave.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I wrestled with Kendrick and Soundwave, but I don't feel like Soundwave has enough of his own name to really like. I couldn't think of like a Soundwave playlist outside of like Kendrick
Just
Lamar.
Kendrick.
You know
I
what I
see
mean?
that.
So
I
it's
see
like it's for me. It had to be like a rapper and producer who both have their own names, but when they come together,
Obviously,
magic.
niggas wanted Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do that. I wanted
Of course.
KRS
It would have
and
been
Scott Rock.
P and Havoc off rip. but,
Everybody
you know
would have
what I
been
mean?
number one.
I wanted
Yeah.
KRS and Scott Rock, but that's a group, so I couldn't really use that either.
yeah.
So.
Clams Casino, ASAP Rocky. I had them in my
Obviously,
I
CL Smooth,
had-
Pete Rock, obviously, you know, but group.
Newer honorable mention. I mean, maybe not.
Freddie Gibbs and maybe
So,
Madlib.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
not so much for me, but Freddie
Shout
and
out
Madlib,
A3.
they got to get their just due.
I couldn't
you know what
pick over Freddie and Madlib or Doom and Madlib, so I just
I had both of them.
I
personally
would've went
don't
like,
see
fuck it.
Derringer and none of your honorables, bro. That's crazy.
Nah, it's
You
under-
told
it's-
us about Griselda.
It's under the keyboard. You
Oh,
just cut off.
you gotta scroll some more.
Yeah, you gotta scroll some
That's
more.
the
Oh,
other
okay.
note. That's the other note.
Copy. Again, if everybody in the chat who's here, you know what I mean, hit that like button, run those
Yes,
likes
sir.
up, roundtablemerch.com, copy one of these hats. Again, after the first part of the pod, we got G's in the building. We're gonna be doing an interview with him, so make sure y'all lock in with
Also,
that.
wait,
in.
Prodigy and Alchemist also.
Yeah.
Honorable
Yeah.
mention.
Turn to the
fair.
Mac. You're
Next segment that we got. You know, we spent a lot of time talking about this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Izzy, ain't he situation. Then we had Simba jump in the ring. Then the baby's on a podcast saying that somebody tried to, you know, offer him a fake rap beef for clout situation.
right.
So my question to the Rap Roundtable would be, are we kind of over this whole rap beef season? Like, is it done? Has it jumped the shark? Mesito, I'll come to you.
Oh Now it's changed. Okay.
I'm just asking.
That's interesting.
Number one,
I said that on Monday.
we're never over rap beef season. We can pretend, like we want the kumbaya, you know what I mean? We can pretend like, you know what I mean? Like we here for, roses and flowers and such. But when niggas start talking to each other, I was here. Y'all wasn't here. The camera was off. I was here when the Kendrick Lamar that verse happened, and we were all losing our minds.
Didn't we stop
grown
the
ass
podcast,
men?
nigga? Like we stopped.
Yeah,
I was recording.
That was
the pod.
7 minute
I was like,
drill.
Oh, shit, yeah,
that was 7 minute drill.
My bad.
That's the thing. We went crazy for that 7 minute drill and push ups all separately, guys. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. So it's
no, we didn't go crazy.
I would like.
drill. You know what I mean? Let's tell the truth here.
Put some jabs.
That's the one where you said let's stop it. We only said fucking after the bro. You know what I mean? Like tucked his tail. You know what I mean?
Sheesh.
After that, but we was hype at the beginning. This is before we heard the bars. You know what I mean? But listen, man, we love rap beef. Like let's stop. For the DaBaby situation, I'm 1,000% sure it was Sauce Walker. Almost certain that it was Sauce Walker. I know everybody said join
that?
I thought it was Simba because I'm anti-Simba right now.
That would be entertainment though. Him and Sauce Walker. That would be.
Why do you think
Sauce Walker's
Walker,
been
though?
trying to beef with everyone? He said a lyricist, right? He said, "Oh, this is a guy that's a lyricist." Sauce Walker has been claiming himself, "Oh, I'm a lyricist. I'm a lyricist," and he's been dying to
Is he
beef with
Griselda
anyone.
or not?
I don't think he's Griselda.
Nah, he's not Griselda. He's not Griselda. So that's why I'm throwing in the hat. I say I'm almost certain it's Sauce Walker. You know what I mean? Maybe, you know what I mean? I don't know if Simba and DaBaby have a relationship. I seen DaBaby and Sauce Walker in the same functions every now and then. You can see they got a little relationship. You know what I mean? So that's who I think it was.
Okay.
But as far as beef and hip hop in general, yeah, like I get it. You know what I mean? We sick of the lawsuits. We sick of guessing if shit is AI. You know what I mean? We dying for Kendrick to
fan
drop.
over here. You want to talk about the Pocket State
Listen,
cease and desist on Aubrey?
I look crazy. You know what I mean? I got to talk about that. That's coming a little bit.
Please.
Oh, you got? Oh, my bad.
Yeah. We gonna cook on that. We gonna cook on that.
I'm gonna cook on my lawn too.
There we go. You know what I mean? So Aubrey's getting cooked today. But you know what I mean? Listen, we all are here for rap beef. Like, let's stop it. You know what I mean? Street Wars, P Cutter, DJ K Slay. You know what I'm saying? Like Smack DVDs. Like we've been loving this shit since we started becoming fans of this shit. So, you know what I mean? Maybe you might not like a particular issue between such and such or the way shit is working out. You know what I mean? I know when Drake was losing, I was tired of the beef. He started winning. I was like, yeah, I love this beef. You know what I mean? Cease and Desist came out. I said, I'm sick of this. You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess it depends on where your fandom resides. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. It depends on where your fandom resides about particular, issues. But come on, man. We love the drama. Let's stop fronting, bro. Like, come on.
Consider raps now.
So as I said in the live, I said Monday, but by the time this comes out, it was not yesterday Monday, but 2 Mondays ago.
Right.
Yeah, I said when I heard that AI voice on that Aubrey track,
Kendrick, we need you.
Hip hop savior.
I was over it.
Niggas like that bar though,
bro. Like two seconds into it, I'm like, this shit just
that bar.
this shit has jumped the shark. I don't care anymore. Now, look, we already had an apology from Cole. Then we had this AI verse, and then we don't have this AI verse anymore because it's been taken down from all platforms. You know what I mean? So it's like, did it happen? Did it not happen? Does it exist anymore? Does it count? We don't know. Do we have that drop?
Bro, we don't.
We don't know.
We don't. You know what I mean? All I can ask you is, you know what I mean?
What's that?
I don't know.
What's that, brother?
Nah, I was over it at that moment. Now I will say this. I will say this. The moment Kendrick drops, I'm all in. I want to hear his response. I need to hear his response, but
you need to hear it. You said you all in? Hey, yo.
Yo.
3 times. Negative.
That almost got by the table.
3.
Oh, Lord. You get your
Technical foul on
Dean,
me.
you slacking, man.
He's
You
outta
need to
here,
catch
bro.
these at
Foul
the
on me.
It's like, sheesh.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just everything surrounding, again, the J. Cole half-heartedness / apology.
I think that broke your heart the most.
Well, no.
I think it did, bro.
It was an early.
Send on one piece, man.
No, I'm just saying it was an early indicator of where things was going in terms of like the corny aspect of it.
Yeah.
Then it was, is it AI? Is it real? We don't know, right? Then it is AI because I just want to use AI, and now it's sanctioned, and that's the shit that got me the tightest. And I'm gonna circle back to this.
Son.
What? I can't say tight. Bro, come on.
If it was like the shit got me tight, I would have been like, cool. But the shit that got me the tightest.
You gotta chill, bro.
You can't say
Come on, bro.
got me tight, yes. The shit that got me the tightest. I just didn't feel right in the conversation. But proceed. I could be wrong.
This nigga is King Von, bro. You shooting, my nigga. What the fuck?
I could be wrong. Proceed.
Yo, my nigga, why you got paused to Tourette's, bro? What's up with you, bro?
I'm just listening to the nigga talk, and in the context of the conversation, like this sounds shaky. But back to what I was saying. Back to you were saying.
You better never say that around me ever again.
Yo,
bro, pause. You know what I mean?
say sickest.
Shit.
Nigga, we heard you say Titus before, B. I done know you for how many years,
I don't even feel right saying it, but back to what you were saying.
Nah, I lost my train of thought, motherfucker. Goddamn.
What got you the tightest? And pause.
Something about J. Cole getting you upset.
Yeah,
nah,
it was the most upset.
The most.
No. It was something else. But anyway, I'm kind of over it.
Madness.
I think, just the all around everything else that's sort of extracurricular that's working its way into the battle. I just think there's too much permeating into it. Please don't pause that. There's too much permeating into it.
You were living.
Nah,
Thank you.
It's crazy, but
where it's just I'm slowly losing interest to the point where it's like, all right, all I really want to hear is what Kendrick has to say in response, and then we could just dead this whole shit.
Copy. Do you need a balance? How you feel about this whole rap beef season?
Mase, both my brothers Samaz did well.
How you feel?
I mean, I'm gonna break that down. I feel like I'm kind of like in the balance of them. Pause. Like in the sense of
in between them.
Yeah, that's what had to. That's where that conversation.
What's going on? You know what I mean?
I see his point.
Beanie.
This is going off the rails. All right, I see his.
It's your fault.
It's your fault.
What the fuck?
You saying some shit. So I see both my niggas' points. But I see it like this. I just want the key players to play the game. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of like Clippers in these playoffs, if you get what I'm saying. Like I just want to see the top 4 teams play at this point. I want Kendrick Lamar's response. I want more Drake responses. I want Pusha T's response to all the shit going on. In that vein, like shout out to Rick Ross. I thought it was entertaining, but it wasn't necessary. J. Cole, did what was in your heart. Salute to you. Wasn't necessary. I just feel like I want the actual raps from the actual niggas who have actual gripes. All this WWF kayfabe shit, like it's just not moving me. Like the whole, like the auto-tune shit, granted, I gave it a thumbs up because the way it was used. Not the fact
don't call it auto-tune, bro. Call it what it is. All right,
like, AI, my fault.
Thank you.
AI, I dug it because the way it was used. When I say, hey, make all your diss songs from now on going forward in fucking AI, no. Would I even recommend someone else do it? No. But in terms of that,
but because it was Drake.
No, because it was Tupac Shakur that he did that with, talking to a nigga that's pretty much looked at. People kind of like give him that same kind of light, like that the figure of today going into tomorrow, a person that we can trust, we can follow. They treat him like that, Kendrick Lamar, and I feel like that's what made that shit so crazy. And when you think of the other like most sanctioned West Coast act, it really is Snoop. So it was kind of like the biggest West Coast acts, kind of like Son of a Nigga. I thought the actual concept of that was dope. He could have did that in his own voice, and it still would have been dope. But I just thought adding that little effect made it a little harder, because now you're hearing your fucking the niggas you trust sonning you.
No disrespect, but I'm confused.
How would it have hit the same if it was in his own voice? Would he have been like the
verses were clean.
Like the dude in the movie? What's his name? Yo, I'm Tupac. Like that. That's what he would have done.
I'm Tupac.
No, not what's my nigga Clarence?
Anthony Mackie, man.
There we go.
Not like
I'm
that.
just saying, like,
I see him on Franklin Ave one day.
Tired or are you not tired of?
Like, I'm not
You
tired.
said a lot, my nigga.
Right, basically, I'm saying a lot to say this. I'm only not tired if the real figures come out and play. If it's a bunch of niggas just like the baby and fucking
Sauce Walker.
Then I
or
think
Joyner
keep it.
Lucas.
You keep that. If it's not the key players, if it's not the niggas who have real issues, not some manufactured
I
shit.
think it's simple.
You're not here for fucking Ice Spice and Lotto.
I don't need that.
Nah.
Coming to the
JT
Bronx,
and
coming to
Cardi
the Bronx
B.
to take pics in 17 Black
Megan,
Suburbans.
Cardi
I didn't
B.
need that.
Megan, Nicki.
Nah, we like Meg and Nicki though.
Lotto pulled up to the hood.
Obviously we didn't like it after
Lotto
the first
pulled up
3
to
days.
the hood very strategically.
Because
She didn't pull up at 3 p.m. on a Friday when it was
She
nice
did.
outside, nigga.
She
She
pulled up
at
in black
10 a.m.
trucks.
while the kids were in
Yes,
school.
while
Come on.
niggas was
I
on
recognize
lunch.
that
It was
block.
like 12 p.m., bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not the point. The point is,
They love it when 6ix9ine did
it's
it.
got to be the key players, man. If it's crazy because LeBron not going into the next round is gonna be a weird feeling for the. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
Actually, you know what? Now that you're saying that for the last couple years, maybe not. But it feels
We need
weird
LeBron off the Lakers.
because you're
Carry on.
used to the key players. If the key player's not involved, then it's just bullshit.
All right, so shout out to Dini the Balance, being the balance, not actually giving us an answer. But you know, it's a podcast trying to get niggas to answer the question.
I
and
hate
shit.
niggas.
You know what I mean? But
We
this
need
nigga-
a take.
this nigga.
That's
I
the
don't
take.
know, maybe. You
That's
know,
the take. Only if the
Give
official
us
niggas
a
is playing.
stand.
Dini acting
That's
like
the stance.
Dini acting like your chick when you ask her what she want to eat. I
Don't
don't
do
know.
that. Don't do that.
I don't know.
Don't do that.
Then she just ends up ordering the same shit you
that
ordered.
you got.
You know what I mean?
Don't do me like that. I hate that shit personally.
You know
Don't
what I
do
mean?
me like that.
But anyway, I'm gonna just put this on wax, because you know what? I had enough time to really like survey the landscape and really assess the situation. And you know, I've been really nice on this pod recently. I've been behaving myself. I haven't gotten in too much trouble. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of tired of y'all. I'm tired of the Dinies. I'm tired of the Sins. Me and Mase on the same page. All of you niggas complaining about this rap beef shit, like y'all won't be the first niggas on y'all phone. First niggas, if you like 50 on your desktop with the big back pause, you know what I mean? Because you ain't get the flat screen, you still got the Windows 97 shit. You know what I mean? All of you niggas will be the first ones on the computer when the disc records drop, hype, dissecting the bars, but then crying about the rap beef. I don't want to hear you niggas no more. Stop fucking complaining. The internet has allowed too many complainers. Because as soon as the shit drops, y'all gonna be on deck. The chat's gonna be lit. We gonna be arguing in the chat, in the comment section, on Twitter, on fucking Instagram, on maybe Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. But it's like we will be arguing and active when the music drops. So all this complaint is jump the shark. Oh, it's corny.
I said when Kendrick
drops,
drops, I'm on deck.
I
yeah,
seen
but
the view
you said
numbers,
you
guys.
said a lot of complaints before you said when Kendrick drops, you'll be tapped in. I don't want to hear no fucking complaining anymore. Because we love this shit. We all love it. We all want to hear the bars. We all want to hear the competition. We all are waiting for Kendrick to come outside. All of you niggas here with these fake rules. With these fake rules. Oh, it's taking not you so much, but it's taking a little too long for Kendrick to respond. Oh, he can't respond on his album. Shut the fuck up. When the music drops and it comes out, we're all gonna be on. When Kendrick does respond and it ends up being a Heart Part 6, we're all gonna be on deck.
Okay.
Well,
So
then,
what are we talking about?
let me take my rap
players.
roundtable hoodie off for a second.
Okay.
OVO hoodie on?
If I was
No,
not
PG Lang hoodie.
if I was not sin on the rap roundtable, I wouldn't care. I honestly wouldn't
You're
care.
lying, bro.
I
For
care. I
Kendrick?
care because we have a
You're
podcast.
lying,
For Kendrick
bro.
or just in general?
No. In general.
Sin,
I think
Sin,
Sin's
if we was all still
in general.
working together and we didn't have no pod, we'd be talking about this shit every
Bro,
day.
that was like
bro.
15 years ago, bro.
We'd still be talking about it.
I've lived a lot of years, bro.
We still be
I've lived a
talking
long
about
time.
Ah, bro, ask me Sin, Mr. Baby, y'all.
That it's a lot of extra sauce.
I'm gonna censor that. But you know what I mean?
Sin is
that
capping right
that
now.
goes back.
Sin, you're capping.
You
Yo.
cap it, bro.
You
Did y'all
remember that?
break up?
You remember that? See,
Forever bros.
Yeah, y'all have seen
locked in
Good
for
Will
life.
Hunting, right?
Yes.
Remember when they were arguing at the end,
Right.
and Matt Damon walks in, and Robin Williams says, a lot of that goes back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
That's us.
Sin.
You know what I mean?
You moving the goalpost, but it's all right. It's all right. You love this rap shit. So
Right.
I'm not letting you off the hook, bro.
Sin, you know I know your favorite rappers, Sin. I know everybody's favorite rappers. You wasn't hyped when The Bitch and You came out? You wasn't hyped when Ether came out?
Bro,
You wasn't hyped when that-
95? We talking about
When
95?
that Clyde
It
Smith,
don't matter, bro.
when that Clyde
95.
Smith
It's
came-
2024.
Smith
That's
Look
came
how
out.
hype. Nah, look how hype he
That's
got
almost
when Like
30
That
years
dropped.
That's what I'm
ago.
saying.
He was
What are
hype.
you talking about, bro?
He said Drake is on the clock.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
He was
Like,
calling Drake all kinds of cornball 3 weeks ago.
No. What I'm
was
saying,
there.
what I'm saying is all of this
You-
extra shit that has transpired has made me lose interest. That's my point.
Man, fuck out of here. You locked
for
in,
the
son.
for the
Call
for the,
me.
for the antics, but the
Y'all
main
niggas is
players,
lying.
the main players lace up. You're right back.
Listen,
on deck.
look,
You
yeah.
too, nigga.
If
We
Rick,
talking about-
if Rick Ross drops another one, I probably won't give a fuck.
Yes, you will.
It was a nice looking video.
Yes, you.
Nigga had perfect
Y'all-
teeth.
all y'all niggas
But
gotta
that was
stop
perfect.
lying, bro.
Nigga teeth looked
Y'all
immaculate.
niggas
I
are
was like, I
liars.
need to go to his
Diddy's
dentist.
capping,
But other than
too.
that, it was cool.
Diddy could be the first nigga throwing it in the group chat.
That's what I'm
we
saying.
talking
Diddy
about,
be
bro?
going from the
share-
group
I gotta
chat
share
all
with the
day.
homies.
Some beef
Y'all
come
niggas
through.
is capping,
Diddy's
bro.
here.
Y'all capping bad.
I mean, if J. Cole drops a response, maybe niggas will tap in and maybe niggas won't. It depends on how
You're
niggas feel.
niggas. You're gonna tap in, bro.
We are the
Maybe for
chatty
judgment,
boys.
yes,
We're
for
the
judgment.
chatty boys. And you acting like you don't like beef, bro? Pause.
Hey.
Yeah. Thank you. It wasn't me.
Get him out of here. You were gone, bro.
Hayes, come on, man.
Hey, man.
Separate each other right
Yo, let's move
Woof.
on.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Shit got so fucked up. Anyway, real quick, we had some. Wow.
Sheesh.
We done had some notable. Nah, Mace, you was bugging, bro.
Yeah, I was
You know what
wilding. That's crazy.
I mean? Notable
wildin'.
announcements.
What's the word?
I think Craven and Ransom announced that they got a sequel to one of their earlier releases from 4 years ago coming pretty soon. Pusha T said we might be getting either a Pusha T or a Clips album this year. You know what I mean? Eminem announced he's dropping something this year. Am I forgetting somebody
Yeah.
else?
Shouts to Didi on Twitter, man. She called that like 3 years ago. You follow Didi on Twitter?
Oh, yeah. She did
yeah.
actually.
She called that on
Almost to
Twitter.
the point that it's like, did they steal it from
They,
her?
they stole it from her. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Conway said he's dropping again. It was supposed to be Won't He Do It Too, but he changed it to, I think, was it Crooked Face, Slant Face Killer? So we got a few notable releases coming out 2024. All the rappers are outside.
Yes, sir.
In 2024. Of those people that I just announced, two-prong pause question. Because y'all be killing, especially, you can't say
guy.
prong around
chilling.
Dini.
I'm
You know
chilling.
what I mean?
I'm chilling.
Dini's the sniper.
Who
When
are
it
you
comes to the
most
pauses, Dini's the
excited
sniper.
for, and who are you least excited for of the people I just named that have potential releases this year? Since I come to you first.
Kendrick Lamar is number one. I know you didn't name him, but he's number one.
Jesus.
He's coming. Pause. He's gonna drop an album. We know.
This is why niggas don't fuck with you in the comment section now.
Yo.
The standing. We didn't mention Kendrick didn't
Damn
announce. He didn't announce anything.
I thought this was a broad general question of the people that we know.
I
have
listed
heard.
of the people that I just listed. PG Sin. That's your answer.
No,
Go ahead, Dini.
no, wait.
Lane game.
I bet of the people you
Bang
listed,
Bang Lang Gang.
Yo.
of the people you listed, I'm probably most excited to hear what Pusha T has in store. You know what I mean? See, what producers he's going to be working with. Least excited? Come on, we all know what the answer is.
Don't say it then. Don't say it. Moving
Marshall,
on. Damn.
Yeah.
the candy rapper.
The dislikes have started to ring.
I'm sorry.
Dini, talk to me. Most
That's why they
excited.
call
Zero. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I see zero.
Zero.
I mean, we
In
already.
the same comment section, we got zero again. So you already know we doing something right.
What?
They're in
Listen,
the
so
pot.
no.
Hey, y'all know.
Let's say this
Wow.
So Didi on Twitter, who called this like 3 years ago and said that he was going to drop an album, or that she wishes he would drop an album that was called like The Death of Slim Shady or whatever. She also listed a bunch of producers who she wished he would get in the lab with, which included like Alchemist, Dr. Dre, obviously, a few others, Primo maybe. If that happens, if he gets in the lab with these OG, legendary producers, I'm with it. But if he gets the same production that he's been getting for the last several albums, and he does, like half the album with Skylar Grey again, like I'm not here for that in the least. I'm sorry.
And we should have picked Skylar Grey and M for one of the best duos because
You don't want
they
Damn,
locked
man.
in.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying.
mean?
Shit.
Sin don't want them Stephen A. Smith tunes, bro.
Absolutely not.
Talk
He be
to me.
rocking to them Eminem
Talk to
joints
me,
better than
Dini.
Nas. You heard?
course he does.
Most excited. I would say Pusha T. Second close excited, I would say Conway, man. Every Conway album I listen to, basically he gets a little closer to the artist that I think he really can be, that I feel like he's so close to reaching. Like, won't he do it? Really made me see like he's so close, you know what I'm saying, to reaching that pinnacle where I just need him to get. And I just feel like if he just keeps going, the next ones will just get there a little closer until he lands that
10,000 hours.
That perfect landing. I feel like that is something I'm really looking forward to. I can't really say I'm looking forward to the Shady. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we all respect what Shady has done, but it hasn't really been anything captivating in the last, god damn, I want to say 10, 15 joints. Like, it hasn't been anything
that goddamn came from the soul, bro.
I mean, because, you know, I fucks with Shady.
From the depths of the soul, bro.
It's been a long time.
15 years of mid?
It's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time.
Yo, he said it. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but he said it.
It's been a long time.
Don't come for me in the comments.
Eminem fans, I like Godzilla.
Y'all already came for me
outside of the first
for the
couple
Kendrick
of
Lamar
him.
shit.
His name's Deanie.
Please.
Yo, outside of the first
I've had
couple
it
of
in the
joints,
comments.
it's just get panned a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Shady Limited.
And I like the couple of the joints after the first two. But it's just not music. It's music you really have to be in the mood for. It's not everyday Sonics to me.
When are you in the mood?
What's the name of that? What's the name of that album? Music
When are you in
can
the mood for it?
Music
You
to be
can
murdered by.
or some shit like that.
Murder me before I listen to this music.
No, like the first two joints.
Dean,
Yeah.
can
I mean beyond that. When are you in the mood?
Every
for it?
once in a while, I might tap back into like Encore or something like that. You know, like,
That's what I want to say. Like,
maybe Recovery. Recovery's got a couple of joints, but it's very here and there. And from an artist of that, you know what I'm saying, of that stature, that's kind of crazy.
No, Recovery was one of the
it had-
Recovery had some
salvageable ones.
joints.
Yeah,
Relapse
yeah.
was
it had
ass.
some joints.
Relapse was ass. There was a few ass joints.
Before I
Relapse
go,
was
before I
super
go
ass.
with what I'm saying,
ass.
Jav,
Yo.
have we lifted the veil? Because Deanie used to fake like defend Eminem
Yo,
like
like,
mad long.
my
When I
nigga-
was a commenter,
Yo,
Deanie used to defend
that's
Eminem.
a fact.
Let me
now
tell-
that you're
if you
admitting that he's
made
been mid
if you
for
made
20
nah,
years,
if
what's
you
going
made
on?
some music at some point that I fucked with, I'm always gonna give you your
Mace.
props for at that point making
Mace.
the music you made.
No,
Yeah,
no,
let me
wait,
ask you Taylor a question.
Proceed.
Wait.
Go ahead,
Wait,
Sid.
no. Because I remember his go-to line was, "The motherfuckers you listen to Eminem.
Yeah.
Don't that count for something?"
Yeah.
That don't though?
That was your go-to
That is-
line,
that
bro.
don't-
Can I tell? All right, so I know a few weeks ago we said there is no curtain, right? We done moved the curtain. from the show.
right.
How much do we want to share right now? Is the question.
I already
heard that,
put him
'cause
on
you
the
done threw
spot.
the grenade.
I already put him on
I'm
the
on
spot.
deck.
So I'm all here for it.
You
You know what I'm saying?
I'm on deck.
Well, I'm gonna tell the truth right now. The reason why he's shooting this nigga Bail in this moment is because we're not killing him. If we were killing M right now, he would shoot him Bail because he's the balance.
I'm not shooting
The
bitch.
balance.
Am I shot mad Bail,
The
nigga?
balance. You be shooting M.
If he was frying M right
No,
now,
I'm
bro,
not.
You are the
My
M.
nigga.
Bail shooter.
You have shot Bill in
I
the
have.
past, not today.
All right.
right.
If you have done something
There
right
you go. The bail
in
is
life,
the bail is right now.
Bill
acknowledge
Bondsman.
you did something right in
Bill
life, my nigga.
Bondsman.
You know
This
what I'm
is
saying?
bail,
On
nigga.
deck.
A nigga might have saved the baby off the bridge and might have killed 3
There you
niggas
go.
after that. I'm gonna
That ain't
acknowledge
do
he
none of
saved
that.
the baby. But I'm gonna condemn the nigga for killing the 3 niggas.
Again.
I'm just saying.
Again.
No, like the first 2
Go
joints
ahead,
hit.
go ahead, Mace.
The first 2 joints had
No,
sound.
I'm just saying
If we was frying M, let's say that I would win first, then it was Sin, then you. He would be saving M right now.
I don't think I'm throwing bail. I'm
You
just
picked
saying
him over
before,
Benzino.
as much as we crush him, let's just acknowledge
You
that
crush
the
him?
first. I cook Emma all the time.
I don't remember that.
But as far as the first 2 joints, I just said the last like 10, 15 years were ass, bro. What more do I have to say to
Encore
that?
wasn't 10, 15 years ago though.
What year was Encore? Like 08 or some shit, if I'm not mistaken.
04.
Uncle was
That's
20.
20.
That's
years
20
of
joints
ass.
ago.
That's 20
Bruh,
years of ass.
I can't defend that.
No
I'm just
Hugh
saying.
Hefner, bro.
Marshall Mathers LP.
That's 20
Fire.
years of Big Sean,
Slim Shady
bro.
LP.
Ass,
Yo,
ass,
fire.
ass, ass.
That's a lot of years of ass.
That's crazy,
I'm not. I
bro.
can't defend that. I can defend what I can
All
defend.
right, we gotta move on.
Yeah, we do it.
Mace, go ahead, bro.
Real quick. I'll say I'm most excited about the Pusha T work. You know what I mean? Because if y'all been watching, y'all know, other than the OVO captain Drake himself, I'm the biggest Pusha T fan on OVO. You know what I mean? So obviously we waiting for new Pusha T music. You know what I mean? Whether it's shots, whether it's just records. Pusha T, one of the greatest rappers of all time. With a Gangsta Grills, come on. Of course we waiting on that. What am I least waiting for? I'll cause the controversy. If it's what he's saying, it's Conway.
Yo, fuck, Mace.
If it's like saying, it's Conway.
Wow.
Because this is
Now
my
you see
thing.
why he be missing the Griselda reaction.
You know what I mean?
Boo this man. Boo him.
Damn it.
Nah,
Where's the
Listen, my whole thing is this. What happened to Conway, his elevation in sound? What happened to Conway wanting to try new things? When Conway said he's going to give us an album, he gave us the same producers that he always did. Like, did he give up on expanding the sound? Did he give up?
You didn't even hear the music yet.
I'm just saying. It seemed like Conway, before Westside, before Benny, was on the front line of, I'm trying to expand my sound. I'm trying to not just give you the great thing that
he had
I'm
a Justice
doing.
League beat.
He had a Justice League beat.
You know what I mean?
And even recently, he got the Cool and Dre joint with,
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Joey
that was dope.
Badass.
That's
You
dope.
know what I mean? An expansion of the Griselda sound. Something that I appreciate. So, like, when he says, oh, I'm coming with that new heat, and it's the same niggas that he
Derringer, Conductor,
Alchemist.
Camouflage Monk.
It's a proven formula, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking forward for Conway to take the turn.
I think when
You know
he
what I'm
said
saying? Like-
new heat, I think he just meant recent heat.
Wait,
Like,
wait.
you thinking like
That's
new
all I'm
heat,
saying.
like
So
That's
let me.
all I'm
All
saying.
right. So
I'm not excited
Let
for
me-
it.
let
I'm gonna
me-
listen, but I'm like, all right.
let me push back with this. You just named Nas and Hit Boy
Right?
as
Here he go.
top rapper producer,
You just named.
top 5.
I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna relax.
I'm just saying that's 6 straight albums with the same producer.
No,
6 different albums though.
no offense to Conway.
sounds.
No offense to Conway, because I think he's one of the greatest MCs living. And once upon a time, I said him and Ransom need to start replacing these 90s MCs that people put on their GOAT list. So I have a ton of respect for Conway, but he's not making music at the level that Nas and Hit are. I'm sorry, he's just not. When it comes to versatility, when it comes to song concepts, when it comes to features, when it comes to all type of shit, he's just not doing the same thing that Nas and Hit are doing. I'm not saying he isn't putting out great quality, but as far as an expansion of his sound, like it's like with Nas, right? We know if we want to hear a Nas song that we've been heard, who to get with. I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Maybe Conway should get with Hit Boy. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with
We
you.
seen what Hit did for Benny on Burden of Proof.
That was one of
Yeah.
that was the honorable mention for me, hitting Benny on the
Yeah.
producer rapper list. So
Yeah.
you know,
shout out to you, Mace.
no disrespect to Con, but
The album that I'm most excited for is Eminem.
to get out of here.
Come on, man.
I'm curious.
No, I'm out.
I'm curious.
The coup de grace, like
No. Hear me out. He's put out a lot of bullshit recently. Had a lot of like random beefs. Him and Benzino are like a married couple at this point. You know what I mean? Just they make up, they break
Large
up.
and
You know what I mean? He sleep on the couch, he sleep on the bed. We don't know. Then we had the shit with MGK. But then for you to name the album what you're naming the album, which is you putting a stamp on a certain aspect of your life, right? You got a shitload of high level producers in your camp. A lot of niggas like us say you washed. Eminem is known to be very competitive. If there's an album for him to show up and shut a lot of us up, it will be this album, no? Or he'd prove us all right. And he's toast. So I'm curious, because the thing is, I know what I'm going to get from everybody else we just named on this list. Even the Phantom Kendrick album. We know what we're going to get. You know what I mean? Eminem is a wild card in this situation. It could be fire. Rap, as far as like spitters go, rap is in a good place for a change. A lot of the rapper, low key, if you listen to the Future album, right? The first one, I Don't Trust You. He wasn't really doing that mumbly shit too crazy
He
on
was
that
talking.
either. Like niggas gotta be legible again. Niggas gotta rap. You know what I mean? And I feel like if we see it as consumers, a dude like Eminem is looking at the space, see all these rappers rapping, he might be motivated to give you some shit.
So you
But
think he's
it's-
gonna stop trying to break the fast rap world record?
I'm not predicting none of that. I expect door hinge and orange, as you said. But maybe it's fire door hinges and oranges. You know what I mean? I don't know.
what about awfully hot coffee pots?
What if it's hot? What if it's hot though?
Oh my
He might be
God.
steaming.
What if the production is right? What if he
can't
find
believe we're doing
what
this.
what if Eminem realizes that he can find different pockets to rhyme in?
I mean, but you're absolutely right. But that has been the what if for the last 20
Hey,
years.
that's
bro.
what makes
Like,
me the most excited. Maybe the competitive nigga that he is, he see what's going on. He see Nas just give niggas 6 at 50.
I just don't think I don't think Eminem's making music like
Hove dropping 8-minute verses.
Nah, I just don't think he's saying, let me go and prove the
Larry
the niggas
June
that fuck
over
with
here in the
hip-hop
West.
wrong. I just don't see it.
Griselda eating after they left his camp.
I think I'm going with more mom spaghetti. Everyone loves
All right.
that for me already.
Listen,
And
what I'm saying
become
is,
a millionaire
I'm
for
not
shit.
shooting Bill, but I'm the most excited because he has the most to prove, in my opinion.
That's a point.
Yeah.
I'm least excited for Conway for the same reasons that May said. Again, I love Conway. I love Won't He Do It. I love the expansion of the sound. I still listen to Brooklyn Chop House at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? But if you're telling me, you know, the way they worded, because Sin kind of ruined it for everybody. I'm gonna take you behind the curtain.
Oh,
I
don't do that to me,
I
bro.
posted
Like,
the link. No, I'm doing it. I posted the link in the group chat, like, yo, you know what I mean?
the
Conway
group chat
dropping.
is supposed to be private.
You done blew
Except
you done blew me
except-
up in the
except
live,
for-
bro.
Except for when it's time to throw
except for
Dini
when I
under the bus.
showed Dini's bullshit.
Wow.
I'm not saying that what you did was hear me
It's
out.
a nasty
Hear me out.
world we living in, man.
crazy, man.
It's an evil world we live in.
me
Shout
out.
out the future.
The way the article was written, it was like, you know, he's basically trying to, you know, push his sound
Right.
with the next project.
Right.
You got an all-star list of producers, only to find out it's the same niggas he been working with, which was a bit deflating. It's not to say that the music is gonna be whack, because it's not. It's Conway, but we done heard you with Derringer already. We heard you with Alchemist. We done heard you with these guys.
But that's
All
that
of them.
weird zone he's in, because he has a contingent of niggas like us that's like, yo, elevate your sound.
But he's
yo.
trying to though.
He is, but at the same time, you got the greatest contingent, which is the people that fuck with you, like, yo, go back to what we love you for. So it's that weird fence they gotta like.
So all right, so let me ask you this. Do you think that he went back to the usual recipe because he saw how niggas acted with Everybody Can't Go?
Yeah, I think so. Like that album has been promoted and talked about for what, a
That's a
year
good
and change
point.
straight.
He's not even talking about that album anymore.
Promoted by Def Jam, the
Was it?
the baby, the baby. You had
Barely.
the baby of Def
Hardly
Jam
at all.
from Benny. You had hit A-list
Yeah.
features in Wayne.
Yeah.
You got
Right.
Stover. You got motion. You got more motion than probably
Nigga
than
wasted a
Conway's
Stove
got.
feature. That's
You
crazy.
get what I'm saying? So it's more like that shit didn't capitalize, and that's been something they've been pushing, saying this is gonna be the grandiose thing.
Right.
So I'm sure he's looking at that like, yo, if that shit had the chance to fail,
Yeah.
what chance do I have?
Well,
I mean-
I think he has every chance to be successful because he's fucking good.
Amazing.
And Hit Boy's right there. Justice League is right there. Again, I keep saying that all you drug rap niggas, Metro Boomin is right there, changing his whole sound as we speak. It ain't gonna be no Atlanta trap. He could give you some soundscape you never heard before. With your bars, it could be magic. Just try.
Yeah, but like we've said before, like these pockets of rap and rap audiences are too like sectioned off.
It's tribal.
You know what I mean? They're too tribal. You know what I mean? You try something different, you might alienate your whole fan base, like in one shot.
But you
If
can
niggas
try
fuck
something
with you, they gonna
different
take
on
the
a
trip
song.
with you, bro. Reasonable ain't blueprint, and we stay, nigga.
And plus
Again, that was
you can do it for
25, 30 years ago,
record, bro.
You
25
Like when
years
niggas
ago.
make singles, they make a single with a lady.
Good
It's
Kid
an
wasn't
R&B
Mr.
single.
Morale, and you stayed.
Yeah, you thank you.
That's also a very long time ago.
Man, fuck out of here.
15 years ago, bro.
Yo,
Bro.
like,
12 years ago.
But you stayed.
But
Mr.
you
Morale was 2 years ago.
stayed.
Huh?
Mr. Morale was 2 years ago.
Oh, Mr. Morale. That's
That's what he
true.
mentioned.
Yeah,
So
the
you
Good
stuck
Kid
around for
wasn't
the.
Mr. Morale.
You stuck
Shit,
around.
Good Kid wasn't to Pimp Butterfly.
And if he drops
and you
something tomorrow,
stayed.
you're stuck around for that too.
It
That's the
wasn't
difference.
damn and you stayed.
Is Conway Kendrick? Is Conway on the level?
No.
This
No.
nigga here,
I'm
bro.
just asking. I'm just asking. Is he on the level of Kendrick?
War, man. Like,
Is he? Would
Alright.
Conway be able to pull
Gang.
off
Throw up the-
a
throw
Good
up
Kid,
the
Mad City,
L's. Start throwing
and a
up the
Typical
L's,
Butterfly,
man.
and a Damn?
we've been doing
Start
this
throwing up
pod
the L's,
for a
man.
I'm just
lot
saying.
of years, and y'all killed me for being a Jay-Z fan when the biggest stand at the table is this guy.
That's a stand. That's a stand question. That's a stand
Him.
statement.
K. Dot
Come
Sam.
on, man.
Is Conway on? Can Conway deliver a Good Kid, Mad City,
That's
a
not the
Typical
point,
Butterfly,
bro.
and a Damn?
Sid,
not the point.
Kendrick is a one-on-one. That's all I'm saying.
Sid, that's stand behavior. You know how bad I wanted to say Drake and 40 on the rapper producer combos? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
come
you
on,
wouldn't have
man.
been wrong
I
for
got, come on,
You would have been wrong
man.
for a small
Come
point. They got a
on.
lot of hits together.
I gotta look
on,
good,
son.
you know?
Say, why you defend a nigga who don't need defended that hard, bro? Like he Kendrick, he made.
Yo, Sin killed me with that shit.
I be looking out there on the landscape like
He's a made man, bro.
That's true, but like, you know what I mean? Like I I gotta be the balance, like my man.
You
Dean
don't
Mike.
have to.
I do because like I
Nah,
see what the Drake machine does out
This
there.
nigga made a whole fake IG with fake Jordans on. You think he give a fuck?
That's my point. Now you're taking my point.
Macito, your segment, bro. What we got? We got young rap. We got
man.
industry. What we got, bro?
Listen, we got industry today, man.
Oh, shit.
And like we said, we got cease and desist talk. You know what I mean? Like we talked about beef early. We talked about, this whole situation. This Drake and Kendrick, Drake V20 shit that has just taken over the game. You know what I mean? I've seen the views, guys. You guys love this shit too. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the Drake cease and desist. We saw it issued earlier this week in reference to the tailor-made freestyle, the Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Drake song. It was issued by Howard King. Former attorney of Kanye West, current attorney of Dr. Dre, Frank Ocean, Tom Whaley, and the executor of or Tom Whaley, who is the executor of Tupac's estate currently. So they issued the cease and desist this past week, basically saying Drake had to take that shit down by Thursday, or they was gonna have to see what was going on. What they were trying to bring to him was basically the saying that he was violating the publicity rights of Tupac, right? Of the Tupac estate, of the Tupac likeness. Now, usually, back in the day, once upon a time, when this was used before the AI situation, this was more used in the situation where it was like somebody was improperly using your image, right? So I throw your face in the tabloid magazines. I don't even know if they sell those anymore. Do tabloids get sold? You know what I mean? I get my groceries delivered these days, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
National Enquirer shit.
you know what I'm saying? Once upon a
I think
time,
they're still there.
that's how they get you with the tabloid magazines. You know what I mean? The violating publicity rights. Now, the interesting thing here, as far as the Drake in the record, is that the AI shit is really undiscovered, right? So there haven't been a lot of cases, in violating publicity rights.
Precedents are born.
It's the precedence being taken, you know what I mean? And an interesting thing is that recently a lot of artists have gone to the Senate basically trying to tie in AI to this case. Interestingly enough, Drake was like one of the faces of those people trying to take away people from using the AI deepfakes. You know what I mean? It's so weird, guys. It's so weird.
Interesting.
So it's very interesting. We have to remember a few things though in this lawsuit. I mentioned Tom Whaley. Now, Tom Whaley is the executor of Tupac's estate. Tom Whaley is the former A&R of Interscope Records. He was the guy who signed Tupac, guys. So when you notice that that's happening, you notice where Kendrick is signed to. You know what I'm saying? You notice where Eminem, had Tupac screaming, G-Unit on, on 50 Cent records, dissing Ja Rule once upon a time. So I find the case interesting, and I find it, I wonder if Drake was on Interscope, I wonder if this shit would have gone the same way. Because it seems like everybody who gets a Tupac, everybody who gets, I get everybody saying, oh, the family signed the rights, he got the permission, but it seems like everybody that gets
why you
Tupac
ain't say that in
permission,
that group chat when them niggas was going crazy? Like, you had that in the, you just had
I
that
had that in the tuck, man.
Yo.
I was send this to the group chat, though.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm clipping this.
You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting that everybody who gets Tupac rights just happens to be signed to Interscope, as well as, Tom Whaley, the former A&R of Interscope. So I don't know. It's a little interesting. I know Drake is going through everything right now. Right now, we don't know what's going to happen because the laws with the AI and everything, they haven't been set in stone. So this is, like Sin said, we're setting precedents here. So we'll see how it goes with the cease and desist. But I just thought that was it. That was weird because, we like to follow the money at the Rap Roundtable. So when I seen that all the money followed back to Interscope, I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting.
So you saying it was a political play?
Hey, it might have been a political play. Maybe Drake got the wrong politics.
There you go.
So,
you know what I mean?
So
I'm
a
just saying.
label
I'm just
trying
saying.
to protect their artists and the legacy of their artists.
He put it out for free.
Oh,
what is he protecting
boy.
it from?
Oh my God.
Not for
No
free.
commercial use.
I'm just saying. Maybe if Jimmy Iovine signed his checks,
Y'all
shit would have
shit
been a little
different.
bit different.
Shit.
It might have been a little bit
Listen.
different.
If it was OVO Interscope, it would have been
Listen,
sanctioned.
Hey,
I-
man.
Ben, I gotta get
You
the
in the
check.
scope
Wait
right
till-
now.
wait till
Sin
my
didn't like
lawn.
that bar.
Yo,
by
can
the
we get
way.
to my lawn already?
Sin didn't like that
I think
bar.
we're gonna skip the lawn.
Real quick before we get on the lawn, I just wanted to mention another thing within this beef, and it's like we at the Rap Roundtable. I remember Jaw specifically saying all of this shit was a rollout. You know, to me it's still real, damn it. So I don't want to think it's a rollout. You know what I mean? But Jaw might be looking right, because even when we speak about, I won't get into the Gamma shit. I know the Joe Budden podcast, academics, everybody is kind of bloviated over that. But basically, you know, Gamma. Larry Jackson owns Gamma. He used to work at Apple. He worked at Apple when Drake got the notorious $500 million deal. Now he owns Gamma. You know, Gamma has 4 bats who Drake, you know, recently signed. Gamma has
a one EP
Sexy
deal.
a 1 EP deal.
The fuck is that?
Very weird. Gamma
Sexy
has
Red.
Sexy Red. Absolutely.
Who's running around with Sexy Red?
Who's running around with
Drizzy.
Sexy Red? Gamma also is where Rick Ross is signed to these days.
Oh,
Don't tell me
How
kayfabe.
about that?
And Gamma is
No.
also where Death Row and Snoop Dogg are signed these
How
days. So I don't know.
about
I don't know. It seemed like everybody got paperwork together. We all beefing, but we all getting paid.
So this
I don't
whole
know.
thing is
I don't know.
2021.
Wait.
I don't know.
You saying to me that this whole beef is a rap stimulus to boost sales?
It might look
Yeah,
like it,
man.
Job. It's starting to look like it when I read the
We've been
notes.
speculating this for a while.
From the rip.
But it's one thing to see it.
There's
know it,
people
though, you know.
there's people that think they're
Shouts to
unique.
my brothers. They
in-
speculation
Chill,
led
Sid, put
me.
the
Oh,
hammer
my
down.
bad. All right.
Shouts to the bros. They speculation
The
led
Matrix,
me to
my
you know
nigga.
doing my Googles.
I mean, let's call it what it is.
you know.
we didn't nail this whole process from the time on this same pod when I was like, the first person shooter drop. I said Kendrick coming outside because niggas can't say that. And then the whole academics whole thread was, he posted this shit. Oh, you niggas don't know what you're talking about. Then Kendrick came outside. And was like, this look a little too staged. Now it's looking too staged. We be knowing, bro.
We be knowing. We be
this
knowing
months
That's
it.
a fact.
And when you follow the paper trail, it looks a little suspect.
Follow the money,
I ain't gonna
man.
lie, man.
Always
I
follow
ain't
the
gonna
money.
lie.
Let's
I
get
was
to-
shocked.
Let's get to the mailbag real quick.
I expect a lot of
Of course.
messages towards me.
To say the raps
Oh,
now, I'm
yeah.
gonna read all of the sin slander off the rip. From Seth Trahan 2659. The excuses for Kendrick are exhausting. At this point, we are all here for rap battles. Also, Drake already has another one ready for Kendrick and the Revengers.
Sounds like
Hold on, I'm gonna keep reading them. Tig Knight, can't believe Sin with this one. I'm not a Drake fan, but he should Kendrick with this, no doubt about it. Sin is copping, please. Name is anime says, Sin, nothing is off limits in the battle, it's a war. Also Sin, after Drake uses AI creatively in jest. This is irresponsible. This is dangerous. This is a war crime. This is black. Them niggas hate you, bro. Carry on.
War crime.
Sounds like a lot of Aubrey's Angels.
Wow.
Damn it.
Listen, man, I'm gonna get to this topic in the lawn, but it's not good because the guy or not.
Come on.
I'm sorry. Why there's
Man.
Yo, what's up with you?
Damn.
drunk, bro.
Yeah, clearly.
That's that before show shot right there talking.
On the positive side, I'm gonna take my flowers. Shout out to Michael Brown, because it's rare that I get flowers in the comments.
Shout out to Mike Brown.
man.
He
That's
says,
the homie.
good job quarterbacking, Jav. This panel was on fire. Glad I caught this replay in full. I'm not on board with the AI shit at all. Didn't like the record, etc., etc. Thank you, Michael Brown. Much love. You one of the day ones. Salute.
Facts.
Salute.
And then another positive comment, from the Concast says, I like this show and its hip-hop engagement. There was another person, I can't remember his name, who was like, yo, I started fucking with y'all after y'all did the first reaction to the Like That verse. He was like, yo, y'all been covering the shit like really beat for beat, and we fuck with y'all for that. So shout out to everybody who's
Shout
pulling
to
in
y'all,
with the
man.
positive comments. Shout out to the Sin Slander, because it's a breath of fresh air to not be the nigga getting tomatoes thrown at. I really mean
But look,
that. You know what I mean?
I do want to address one of the comments.
What's up?
One of the comments that said that they alluded to me maybe flip flopping
Mm-hmm.
on like saying that everything in a battle is sanctioned
wrong with
except
flip-flopping?
for this. I mean,
What the hell?
I'm not a fan of it. Like that, to each their own. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own code,
Mace
but
make
I
it
don't.
look cool, Mace. You know
You know what I mean? I don't be on that fifth option.
You know what I mean? Both
Pause if applicable.
You,
But
with this, you flip flop with Kendrick.
So if we're talking with when we're talking about everything goes in war. You know what I mean?
That's
in a
where I'm
battle. Exactly. When I say that, I'm usually saying it from the point of view of what's being said, the subject matter, the bars, the lyrics, you know what I mean? The words. When it comes to everything outside of that realm, and that includes this new AI shit that we're as a culture, we're not really prepared to really tackle what this AI shit is gonna bring onto the culture and the industry. So if we're talking about, all right, everything goes in a battle, I'm talking about what motherfuckers say, not whose voice they're using to say it. This is brand new. I couldn't have possibly ever have had an opinion on whose voice is being used in a battle. So this is brand new territory.
So your energy would have been the same if Kendrick did that?
Yes.
All right, I don't believe you. But anyway.
I think you said already that if Kendrick did it, you'd be cool with it.
I was just,
Oh, he said that, didn't he?
He talked about this.
Wow.
I was just being facetious. I was
I
just
don't
trying
know
to.
about that. You said that.
I believe you, Sam.
Based on your actions, I tend to believe that you would be okay with it. He already had digitized faces and rapped in a cadence. What's next?
Since he spoke to the
AI?
family, though, he got confirmation.
Right.
Oh, I said that,
You
or
did.
it's a fact.
It's a fact. But
All
you,
right,
but you
thank
mentioned,
you.
But you mentioned it. But maybe Drake got confirmation.
We don't
Apparently
know.
he didn't.
We don't know.
So
But
Might have
anyway.
looked at the Ouija board or something.
Let's move on. We are
the Ouija board.
You know what I mean? We heard somebody with a boombox playing "Be Humble" and "Like That" and
the Hard Part
the
5.
Hard Part 5 and swimming pools and
And
a whole
95.
Kendrick melody. Come to find out that it was actually sitting the whole time. You know what I mean? I got my cleats on. You know what I mean? I see this nice lawn, and Cecilia gonna have a difficult time moving me, but he needs all of us too. Get off my lawn. Get off Sin's lawn.
Listen, man, I hate to do it to y'all,
Hey,
Oh man.
or maybe I don't. I don't know.
you don't.
How am I feeling tonight?
Nigga, you had this lawn ready since Monday. Who are you fooling?
Now I had it ready a couple days ago when the word dropped that the Tupac estate bullied Drake into taking down his song from all his social media platforms. Y'all got to get off my lawn. That's all three of y'all.
For what? What do we
Jav, Deanie,
Damn.
and
Nah, but
Mase,
what do we do?
who was all on board with this AI bullshit.
do? No, I
You
wasn't.
got what you wanted,
No,
son.
I said the AI was tacky.
We all said it was tacky. We just said in the terms and sense of the battle.
You said that.
I
said the
it was
AI
tacky.
was tacky, but let's talk about what he said. That's what I said.
That's what you
All
said.
right,
You're
bet.
right. I said
You're
it was
right.
tacky, but in terms of the
You're
battle,
right. You're
it made
safe.
sense.
Thank
You're
you.
safe.
Yeah.
I will leave you alone.
Thank you.
I'm
Deanie
still-
and Mace, on the other hand,
on the
were
lawn. I
all
said
on
it
board.
was
They were
fire.
throwing
You
their
need
fucking
Bill right
OVO pom-poms
I'm right on the lawn,
in the
man.
fucking air doing cartwheels
Bars,
and
hits,
jumping
yeah.
jacks and
Yeah,
shit.
man.
Y'all was doing whole routines,
Flag football.
fucking cheerleading for this motherfucker with this corny ass AI Tupac verse.
Let's
Now,
not
now
Diddy
let's-
full of shit because he on your lawn, but he was saying the beef is corny. Where you at, my
Now-
nigga?
Let's be complete about this. The AI Snoop
Oh,
verse
man.
was corny too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the whole AI aspect of it was corny. But
Okay.
the Tupac thing is the focus of this. You know what I mean? Come to find out a few days later, you know what I mean, that song doesn't even exist anymore. Where do you find it? Where do you hear it? Unless you took a screen cap of
You
it.
should be happy then.
That's why I got to get y'all off my lawn who was supporting this shit. You know what I mean? And not only y'all, but everybody out there, everybody in the comments, everybody on Twitter, everybody in
Kendrick, we need you.
the
Savior.
everybody
on,
in the
bro.
Twitter sphere that was supporting this AI bullshit. Y'all need to get off my lawn. Justice has been,
What
you know what I
gonna
mean?
do when Kendrick eventually loses his shit? How you gonna handle
Listen, we'll cross that bridge if and when we get to it.
Extra espressos
But
at the
justice
coffee shop,
has
yo.
been justice has been done. The song is gone.
Oh, so you supporting Babylon?
The Tupac
So-
version's gone. The regular version, I'm sure, is still around somewhere,
The
right?
academic shit.
The pure version.
The un-AIing of the AI.
yeah.
That's not something that if Drake drops that himself, all for it.
I thought the
All
bars
for
were
it in
good
his
enough
own voice.
The bars were good enough on his own voice to.
Well,
really
that's
still
what he
hit
should have
home.
fucking
That's
done.
the real
then.
issue here.
Yeah.
That's what he fucking.
That's what he mad about.
Should have done.
The bars.
And now, so the way I see it, as far as retracted songs, Drake has a retracted song. J. Cole has a retracted song. Kendrick.
Look how they spin the truth.
See that?
One nigga got sued, another nigga tapped out. Let's tell the
Right.
truth here, bro.
Right. When nigga got
Kendrick's
sued.
up. To me, the way I see it,
Yeah, that's not loser. That's not Marvel mentality. at all.
So really, J. Cole set the tone for this whole fuck shit.
motherfuckers either tapped out or were bullied into tapping out.
Sued.
Not by him.
Bullied.
By other entities.
Your man Kendrick called them people. That's what he did. He called Interscope when they told.
He called them.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Based on what
doubt
they
it.
said in the last segment.
Yeah.
Picked up the phone and
research.
said I was
Anyway.
once conflicted.
Cinescope.
Anyway, all y'all Drake, Aubrey's Angels, AI, Tupac verse supporters, y'all got to get off my lawn. Y'all took an L. Thank you and good night.
Listen,
5'5".
episode 6, episode 96. This nigga done fuck me over with that 5 for 5 shit. Episode 96 of the Rap Roundtable continues. Again, we got the homie G's pulling in. It's gonna be
Yes,
a fire
sir.
interview, also a freestyle. So make sure you lock in with that. Again, you know what we do here. We support great rap, quality rap, none of that bullshit. The same shit that y'all claim that y'all like too. So make sure that y'all don't bail out when you see an artist interview, because we know how y'all do, because you do it on other channels too. I be watching.
I think.
Soon as niggas have interviews, y'all be running away. But the reality is, y'all see who we've had. Illustrious guests here.
Facts.
No, I think the last artist we had was Rome Streets up here for like a whole hour, just
Yeah.
building with Rome and
Salute to
shit.
Rome.
Shout out to Rim. Shout out to Eddie Kane, Syfe Boogie, Shaleezy, Passport Rap. A lot of
China
niggas,
streets.
a lot of niggas
Brandon
putting the work
Isaiah.
in. Who want some of the nicest out here. They've been at this table. They've locked in with us. Shit, we even had I Am God on the stream, Vic Spencer on the stream, Fuego Bass on the stream. Like, listen, we locked in with Ransom once upon
Yeah.
again. We
And
don't
Rome.
waste time with rappers. If you good, we gonna talk to you. So again, lock in, get comfortable. We'll be right back.
Shit. Rap Roundtable. Jeez. Look. The best rapper that you niggas sleeping on. The sky never been my limit, cause the reach is long. Rolling up the Cheech and Chong. Born in the 90s, still got the beeper on. Coldest nigga breathing like I got the freezer on. Since you acting like a broad, drop down and get your eagle on. I feel it in the air while I got that seagull on. That my time coming for like 5 summers. I was on probation, still violating. Such a wild youngin'. The way I strategize, just vision my Monopoly board. You can't talk that Willie shit without the property for it. You make the wrong purchases, you like to check on your dough. I keep landing on jail while I collect and I go. This rap shit wrestling, so nigga, I'm Mr. Perfect. Killer rapper, then perform my new music up at the service. Any dollar I receive, just know I earned it. And if they taking me to trial, you should know the verdict. Walking out the courtroom like the winner is the colder than December kid who kicks on ice like the fridge. My neck stay golden, don't forget the wrist. Niggas looking like, who the fuck you think he is? Well, if you must know, I have no problem reminding you niggas all them stories in your verses. You just lying to niggas, they on drugs. Who the plug that's supplying you niggas? This ain't no subliminal, I'm just describing you niggas. If the shoe fit, it must apply. Only one dinero and some shit you never seen that ain't customized. No scale around, then I trust the eye. You know they never let a thug justify, but let the fake multiply. I'm just preaching to my niggas who feel this. Why you chasing your spinach? Plotting on the exit cause you deep in it. Soon as the check cut, I tell my boo we living. I know you see it, nigga. I ain't gotta prove we winning. Hold on. Shit. I got more. Hold on. Let's go. Look. It's time to apply pressure. Finna show them niggas who the hell I be, that's my pleasure. Them niggas got some dirt over there, I'll provide better. And yeah, I'm from Virginia Beach, but don't be thinking shit is sweet, just saying a nice weather. I got that special sauce seasoned with the right peppers. We heard your last shit. It was just a nice effort. These cornballs gon' pop like white cheddar. Fuck with me, a big mistake, not a slight error. Some days you gotta feel the rain under dry measures. I pop style, then they jacket, this is my leather. I don't see a worthy opponent on my level. The bitches love me, and did I mention that I'm quite clever? I got a tight schedule, but today I made time, cause the block pay good the same way that the grind does. Money gotta come in. Don't question if the crime up. I started from scratch, it ain't take me long just to climb up. If you niggas acting dumb, I suggest you wise up. After the champagne spills, then it dries up. Yup. Should I do another? Keep going. Look. Wait till that shit come back around. Look. I got these niggas mad at me like I did something to them. Competition in front of me, and I ran straight through them. You might think these niggas real, but they ain't the way I view them. I give them the cold shoulder, act like I never knew them. All that gangsta shit up aside, let's put the bullshit to the side. Two-seater for me and my thoughts, you can't sit on my ride. I caught my own work, I ain't have to split down the pie. Worldwide G's, I might take a trip to Dubai. I like them thick in the thighs, slim in the waist, cute face. She'll spend forever with me in just a few days. I don't force it to come off the pop like a toothbrush. I can wait to, sorta like a bouquet. But niggas know me from VA, GEE, dollar sign. Do the shit for free for my homie job. And my niggas send beats. Let's go. Let's go. We out of here, baby. Rap round table. You heard?
Yes, as promised, the homie G's, long awaited, long anticipated guest to the Rap Round Table.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to this man. You know what I mean? I always respect go-getters. There's always a theme when I talk to a lot of these artists who come to the Rap Round Tables of people who go out and they make shit happen for themselves. They don't wait. They go in and they grind. I respect the workers. G's reached out and said, yo, I fuck with the platform. I want to pull up here. I feel like I got something to say. My music speaks for me. I want to pull up to this show and get my takes off. Yes, so, sir. G's, finally,
yes, sir.
Welcome to the Rap Round Table.
Peace.
Peace, sir.
Feel good being here as a fan. As a fan of the pod, it feel like I know y'all niggas.
Hey,
yo,
man.
that's what we love to hear that, bro.
Salute.
Yes.
So you know what? When we do these interviews, we don't waste too much time. We get right into it. So before we get into the music, let us know a little bit about yourself. Early on in the episode, I said that you were from Virginia, but you can expand upon that. Let us know who G's is, what part of VA you from, how you got yourself started with this rapping.
All right. From Virginia Beach, Virginia, College Park to be exact. Same place as Pusha, Pharrell. Bro, I've been doing this shit since I was like 10 years old. This is the only thing that I knew that I wanted to do my whole entire life. You know what I'm saying? I wrote my first raps like around, like 9, 10 years old, 4th grade. My grandma used to rip my shits up, take my books from me because she'll see the cussing in it. I lie my ass off. I'll be like, yeah, this Brian notebook. You know what I'm saying? But Brian notebook in my room and shit. I mean, in my room and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had no white spaces on the wall. Like I used to get double XLs, Source Vibes, all that shit. Cut them out, goddamn. Like I had no white spaces on my wall, like none. When I got found, when my grandma caught my work, I came into the crib. All that shit was down. I wasn't even tripping about she caught the word. I was hurt. I'm like, yo, I took all these years doing this.
Hip hop.
That's crazy.
Building a home collage, you know what I'm saying? A collage in the crib.
Yeah, that don't happen overnight like that. Yeah. You got pictures, you created your own like aesthetic in your room.
I started like, yes, like
hallway,
even like the small little pictures and shit, I'm cutting them out, like trying to attach them to another picture so that way it's like literally no white space on the wall. Like,
collage, man.
Trying to create a theme and everything.
Yes.
Golden era shit, man.
I had wrestlers, I had basketball, because I'm a just as much as I love Jay-Z, I love Jordan. Basketball was my first thing. You know what I'm saying?
Synonymous.
So yeah, I had Jordan, Iverson. Well, I took Iverson shit down when he ain't give me an autograph at
That's
Niggas
real.
be fickle. I dig
That's
it.
real.
I was 12, bro. I was tight.
They say don't meet your heroes. You know what I mean?
Tight.
That's crazy.
Right.
Come on, AI.
Bro, so hold up.
Hold on, before you even get into it, Sin. Before you even get into it, G's, you gonna have to solve a rap roundtable riddle for us, brother.
Okay.
Is Virginia the South? Because they've been getting at us for.
That's a fact. We been getting
Is
fried up.
Virginia the
Yo.
South? Now that we got a
the-
Virginia representative, is Virginia the South?
We the South, and I say like we the beginning of the South.
Okay.
And look, and I put it like this. I give it a funny example how Virginia is the South. When we was in elementary school, when we used to go on field trips and shit, they used to take us to fucking Jamestown where the fucking slave shit was at.
Of course they
nigga.
did.
God damn.
Never change, America. Never
Right?
change.
Shit.
Yes, that used to be the field trips.
Crazy.
They'll take us to the little slave
Sheesh.
shit.
Say less.
Yeah.
So we got a real
That's
VA
the South,
representative.
my nigga.
Yeah.
That's the
VA is the South. We don't never want to hear it again, or we just gonna refer to this clip, guys.
Exactly. So when y'all holler New York bias out there, we just gonna show you G's.
That's
sure.
a fact.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Now, that being said, would you consider yourself a Southern rapper?
artist. I give it straight up. Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Off of, bro, my uncle will go be playing basketball on the weekend and shit. There's no reason why I'm listening to Infamous Mob mixtapes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 8-9 years old. I shouldn't know the B-sides. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
So
Maybe Mob Deep, but Infamous Mob?
that's what I'm saying.
Mob,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
So yeah, I would most definitely say I was super influenced by all East Coast shit. I got onto the South wave actually probably like fairly recently. Not recently, but like from me being in the South, I should be
more locked in.
more locked into it.
Yeah.
But I say probably like around when that Jeezy wave.
Like 05, 06.
Yeah, like that Jeezy wave. That's when I was like, all right. But I can't even say that though, because when we was in middle school, Lil Jon had us. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lil Jon had us
up.
going off. Know what I'm saying? So it's always been like a mix here and there, but my sound and what I've always like listening to for myself when I get in the car, I listen to lyrics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
That's what's up.
So I had a question. Like, we're going to stay with the Virginia theme
mhm.
early on because, you know, of course, Pusha T is one of my favorite artists. I can be completely honest with you and say that I'm not super familiar with the Virginia sound. I know there's another guy who's been I follow him on Instagram. I think his name is Sincere T Don. I think is his name. But bro,
Yeah.
bro is nice, but he also has kind of
I
like
just sent the joint to him.
a word.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
But bro also kind of has like a East Coast like leaning kind of sound.
Mm-hmm.
So for a person for myself who's from New York, like what does Virginia sound like as far as hip hop?
I say like we like a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? I say like, damn, bro. How would you explain? Like I feel
The north of the south.
North of the South.
Oh, that's kind of tough.
that's the best way to put it.
Okay.
Y'all New York cats will come down, get they shit from us. We go up here, get fresh, come back down with some shit that ain't in stores down there. Know what I'm saying? So it's like
It's
both.
a relationship.
You know what I'm
there.
saying? It's
Yeah.
a relationship there. And sound wise, man, like I would say Neptune shit, certain Neptune shit and Timbo. I want to say like it's southern, it has southern elements, but you can hear the East Coast in it too. But when you do listen to the production, you do hear the southern elements. Like we was just in the studio the other day, Wednesday, and we was playing Missy and Timbo, the Rain joint, Can't Stop the Rain joint.
Yeah, salute.
That joint, the beat, the production on that joint, it's a Southern beat.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
But it has a East Coast bounce to it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like that's the best marriage for real. You know what I'm saying? Like
I would say that too.
That makes
Yeah,
sense
absolutely.
because, you know, again, the artists who've broken through, they don't sound, quote, Southern. Like, all right, you know, you go to like Atlanta, you go to Memphis, you go to Texas, they all have a specific sound. But then when you hear VA, it's like, all right, they got bars.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you say, like, if I just, Jarv just shows up in Virginia, would I just hear mostly
niggas like
mainly
me.
spitters?
Nah, hell no.
I could not talk for a second.
Hell no.
Walt.
Hell no.
God
Hell
damn.
The Migos is winning the battle.
Nigga. But it's like, is it rapidy rap? Is there a Gunna out there somewhere? Is there a 21 out there somewhere?
And that's exactly why I'm up here. Know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
I like that. I like how that came right
light
up there. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
That's real.
That's why I came up here, because the appreciation for my music, for what I do, is up here. And I know that. I don't trip about not getting the love at the crib. Because, like I said, everybody...
be the last one anyway.
It always be the last one.
Honestly, yeah.
And niggas don't listen to what I do. It's like a handful of us down there. I would say where we from in the 757, niggas listen to mostly shit like, it's a dude, Young Crazy. It's a couple cats. I ain't gonna name too many names, because then it'd be like, damn, he ain't shot me up.
me,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But
you know
it's a lot of cats in that lane, and they got shit moving. Know what I'm saying? But dudes who spit for real, I would say like it's more so in Richmond, like Northern Virginia, like the 804 and shit. That's more of a scene for that. Know what I'm saying? So
And what do you
Breaking it
attribute
down.
that to? If you had to guess, without pissing people off.
I would think it's we don't got nothing down there other than, we don't got no sports team in Virginia. We don't got nothing other than selling drugs and going to work, and it's the Navy base, all that type of shit down there. So it's like,
I got an uncle that was in
not-
the Navy that was based out there. I used to
Yeah.
spend a couple of summers, not summers, but I made some trips in the summer to VA, so I already know what you're talking about.
It ain't nothing down there. Know what I'm saying? It's you either doing this, that, or that.
Right.
That's it.
So I remember you just mentioned the thing about the collages on the wall. I was a big fan of that as a kid. I mean, I had everybody, man. Big, Pac, Jay, Nas, fucking Mobb Deep, Big L, Bone Thugs. I just had a whole like litany of people that inspired me. As you know what I'm saying? Who did you have on your wall? Who inspired you?
Everybody you name, any picture of Jay-Z that came through in the Source or any of the magazines, I cut that joint out. Nas is my number 2. As much as, know what I'm saying, they pinned them together and shit. When they was really going through that, when I was in the 6th grade, and my uncle, his favorite rapper is Nas. So me and my uncle was
That
like,
explains the mob shit that you was listening to.
There you go.
Big
Yeah.
Queens.
Queen's representative.
me and my uncle was really like going back and forth during that time. Like,
Was he from up here or?
No, he
I
from
love the music.
Yeah, he was just heavy into them, man. Like,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So Big, Nas, Hove, Pac, all the legends for real. Anybody who had something going on, Fab. I remember my old rap name was Youngin. And Fab, I always
song,
used
Youngin.
he made the song Youngin. That's kind of like
Holla
where
back, Youngin.
I took my shit from.
Yeah.
And he always used to spell out his name. Remember, I used to always spell my shit out all the time. Fab, the reason why I used to do that.
Inspiration.
Know what I'm saying?
man.
So, Cam, bro,
Killer.
literally anybody who nice, they was on my wall. They an inspiration, and still to this day, like even now, I don't really be listening to too much. I peep everything. I know what's going on with everything, but it don't, like I was saying earlier before we got on, it don't stick to my ribs. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's microwave shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Talk about it.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
You see
It's
that a lot,
good
yeah.
for the moment, but
Not timeless.
It ain't like, oh damn, I'm gonna play this like, oh it's April now. Damn, I see I'm coming back to this album by September.
So let me ask you this as an artist before Sin jump back in. Do you think that it's because everything is just like so accessible that impacts it not sticking to your ribs?
For sure. When y'all was talking about Mystique earlier, about Future, not doing interviews and stuff, I want to say a lot of that come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I don't do too much on social media. If I ain't rap, I wouldn't even have one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the privacy. I like not showing everything and all that. And you hear it in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, you hear what I'm saying in the music. Like, if you see what I'm doing all the time, it's not gonna hit the same when you hear it on a beat.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just how I came. Like, when I was growing up, we ain't had streaming. My favorite rappers won't drop in every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I got Blueprint September 11th, I had to listen to Blueprint till that nigga dropped Blueprint 2 the next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to have that shit on repeat in my 6-disc CD joint.
Yeah,
you know what
you
I'm saying?
heard Takeover.
Shit right
you
now,
had to
bro.
wait 4 months.
Yeah,
to hear Ether.
to Ether. Yeah.
4 whole months.
And if
back.
I had the mixtape, then I'd go back to the Stillmatic freestyle and all that. Like, like,
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's just how it is, bro. I just feel like everything's too accessible. I feel like niggas be wanting to just, bro, I feel like it ain't even about the music for niggas no more. I feel like niggas is so attention hungry to where they just content. And niggas don't even put that. Niggas put more effort into the content than they do with the actual music. And I'm the total opposite. Like, we be knocking our videos and stuff out, but like doing the day-to-day vlog and shit, like, nah, you ain't gonna really see that from me. Like,
Okay, go ahead, son.
So take us back to 4th grade G's.
Mm-hmm.
You said you wrote your first rap in 4th grade.
Mm-hmm.
What made you pick up that pen and write that verse?
Jay-Z. Simple as that. Simple as that.
I know I like G's, yeah.
Like, he bro, it was just something about it. Like, when he when I first got my first CD that I bought was Hard Knock Life Volume 2. And it was either I was heavy into wrestling and Michael Jordan. Everything Chicago Bulls and shit. So when Jordan retired, that last shot in 98, I'm sick to my stomach. Me and my granddad, like, he used to record. My granddad was a custodian and shit. So on the nights when the Bulls used to play and shit, he'll record the games and then I'll watch him the next day. You know what I'm saying? So I had like videotapes of actual, like, all right, damn, Jordan played the Cavs late at night. Like, I have all those type of games.
You've seen the games.
Seen the games. So when Jordan retired, bro, I was sick. And I low-key ain't want to play basketball no more. I was like, yo, where's my inspiration? I don't want to wrestle, even though I love Stone Cold. You know what I'm saying? Love The Rock. Love The Undertaker. Love Sting.
I don't know how to take a bump. What the fuck?
So, and Hard Knock Life, this nigga was on fire in 98. Hard Knock Life. The tour. Can I Get Her? Nigga what? Nigga who? Money Cash Hoes. This nigga was on the radio anytime you turned on the radio.
In the radio with the South? Wow.
No, like
the Jigga Man?
Jay-Z.
No way.
Bro,
What?
Local celebrity rapper?
Jay-Z used to stop in Virginia all the time.
Nah,
Anytime he did his promo run,
chill. You fucking up the narrative.
Word.
He was New York only. What are you talking about?
Nah, hell
We
no.
were told they don't play Jay-Z in the South.
Oh,
That's what
hell
we were
no.
told.
Were you paid
Hell
by Rock
no.
Nation to say this?
Word. Are you signed to Rock Nation?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But Shaka and whoever else over there,
Any paper
holla at
planes?
your boy.
Oh, that's a fact,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
He's worthy.
Shit. But
Sanction.
yeah, nah, dude, bro, that nigga was on the radio all the time back then, and you just couldn't escape it. The video was always on BET, and I'd just be like, damn, he had the kids in the videos on Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, this nigga look cool as hell, man.
For
This
shizzle,
dude
my
look
nigga
And
cool.
used to
again,
dribble down
not
the
to
VA.
cut you off, I just want to give people, I want to paint the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You're 8 in 98. So
8.
you're very impressionable.
Yes.
Carry
Yes. So it was when the album came out, I ain't get it exactly the day it came out. Probably got it like November. My memory's amazing. Like November of that year. The album came out September 28th. So I got it like around that time. Got it like around that time. And I remember my grandma, for my chores and shit, it was either me get a wrestling toy. It was me getting a wrestling toy every weekend and shit. So I ain't want no wrestling toy this weekend. I was like, I think I want to get my first CD. And my uncle is my uncle by marriage. So he was my aunt boyfriend at the time. So he always used to come over to the crib, play the game with me and shit, and we listening to music and all that shit. And he like, yo, for this dude to be so young, he cool. and bro, that's basically how it is. I'm like, man, Dwight got all the music in his car. I want to get my first CD. So I ended up getting my first CD. My grandma said it had to be edited though, and that was cool with me, whatever. And ever since then, it's been rocking.
I love it. I love
rocking.
Fire.
I love it. Let's get into the music. You know? We're gonna work, backwards. Pause, D, if applicable. Again, and I only say that because we connected around the time De Niro dropped. Right? I heard The Wire season 7. I think that was the lead single, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? And I was like, let me get this guy a chance, because the lore at the Rap Roundtable is when we come across new artists, we usually just be like, this nigga's whack, before we give him a chance, because there's a lot of bad rappers.
For sure.
There. Heard your shit. I'm like, all right, this guy's all right. Listen to the tape. I'm like, oh, okay. But it's like, what stood out to me the most was the way the project sounded. There's a very intentional approach to your beat selection.
For sure.
Like heavy. I don't want to call it soul, but it seems like you leaned into the funk a lot. Like when you decided to drop De Niro, like, why did you choose that sound?
Well, with De Niro, that idea for that album came together when I was crafting my first project.
Okay.
But I knew, like, all right, I wanted to like cater to like just show my versatility, that I can do everything. That's the Virginia shit in me.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? We do a bit of everything. So I was like, man, I told bro, I was like, bro, I'm gonna do a project and it's gonna be like dirty sound and like soul sample type shit, like the whole joint through. And I came up with that idea, and I was like, I was working on that joint for years, and I was like, yo, it ain't ready yet. It's supposed to have been my second project, but it just wasn't ready yet. And that's how the other joints came about, because I knew I had joints that wasn't going to make De Niro. So like, that's why it sound the way it sound, because I really like cut the fat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I really cut the fat. Like, it's joints that I thought was going to make that album, but ended up on previous projects. Because I'm like, oh, no, I got this joint already for De Niro.
Okay.
I don't need too many of those.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So
that explains a lot. We're going to stay with De Niro in a second. But now, because again, like I did the knowledge ahead of the interview. Because I noticed that there's a lot of sonical connections between before De Niro and De Niro. Would you say that when you cut the fat, before
sure.
De Niro is like
for sure
where the fat is?
For sure. For
Okay.
sure. For sure. Before De Niro is exactly what it is. Before De Niro.
Okay.
Exactly what it is.
Okay.
Like songs like Pyrex and what else on that project? Pyrex. Shit, a lot of that shit, Rotation, a lot of that shit was supposed to be for the actual De Niro, but I was so much in a groove at that time. Like I said, I had so many of these sounding records, and I'm like, all right, I got Rotation, but I also got Unconditional. Which one is, you know what I'm saying? Which one is the better? All right, we keeping Unconditional. Rotation go over here. Like, it's just like, picking and choosing.
Strategic.
Like, really knowing which records was stronger than which, and just knowing knowing my game plan for real, just sticking to the game plan.
Are you like the person who has a final say? I see we got these gentlemen in the room. Do they help you decide to like to pick and filter out, or is it, all right, you know what? If you decide, like, I don't like this, we're not doing this anymore.
I always take niggas' advice. I always do, but ultimately, I do get the last say.
Okay,
and that's just off of, bro. That's really just off of like they know how much of a fiend I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like
meticulous.
Yes, like straight down to the details. Like they'll be like, yo, nah, that take good. Like I will be in the booth. They'll be like, nah, that take was perfect. Nigga, I'm be like, yo, do the whole shit over. My engineer be like, yo, we could just punch in that part right there. I'm like, nigga, y'all know I don't fuck with punch-ins. I gotta do the whole.
I noticed that because I hear the punches. Like you go right through.
He's notorious for
straight
that
through.
Yeah,
straight through. Yeah, bro, I'm just like super detailed, and I think that go off of like who I grew up listening to. Like you can hear the detail in Nas' work. You can hear the detail in all the legends that I grew up listening to, and I don't want to cheat the listener because I also, me as the rapper, I also listen. I'm able to listen as a fan. Know what I'm saying? I'm able to listen as a listener because there's some records that probably will never see the day of light, and they'll love them records, but I'll be like, know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Let's stay right there for a second. Let's take it back to Thanks for Nothing. Right? Your project 2020. Go back, do the knowledge, everybody. You have the cover. You have the Chronic on the cover, right? You also have a song called Poetic Justice. Now, just doing the math, you were like, what, 2 years old when the Chronic came out?
For sure, 92.
You know what I mean? Poetic Justice, you were 3. So I'm guessing that's like your uncle's, you know what I mean?
My uncle not even a West Coast dude.
So where'd you get that inspiration from?
So I had a cousin, he deceased now, R.I.P. Older cousin named Leon. He's like my mom and them age. So that's like they direct cousin. So he was like an older cousin to me or whatever. But he stayed in Ohio, so I ain't really have no relationship with him. But I remember I want to say it was like, the beginning of 2002, bro, my memory is amazing. So the beginning of 2002, we had my great grandma and a couple other family members had passed away in the beginning of that year. So that was like my first time me ever seeing him, but I always used to hear of Leon and stuff. So he stayed at my grandma's house, and he would see me and my uncle playing the game, and he'll come up like my room. I told y'all, I painted the picture for my room. My room was the vibe, bro.
Lodged out.
Like my room was the vibe. Know what I'm saying? So he'll come over in the room and he'll see the pictures, he'll see the CD collection and all that. By 12, my CD collection I had a nice little stack. I was trying to work down my uncle. Know what I'm saying? Like
that was the inspiration.
Yeah, like I used to go over his crib. He'll have the whole layout out, like so that was my inspiration. But with Leon, he wasn't really crazy over what we was listening to.
That's interesting. Okay.
And when I had took a ride with him, I forgot where I had went, but I had took a ride with him one day, and he had bro, this nigga had the Bone soundtrack. The Snoop movie.
Oh shit.
Oh,
he had the Bone.
You said Bone. I was like Bone Thugs and Harmony. What?
He had the Bone soundtrack, and it was a couple Snoop records up there that I was like, joint's hard.
Yeah.
So that was like my introduction to like West Coast shit. No, I'm lying though. I did get Chronic 2001. I bought that, but I got that off of. When M came out, I was Eminem crazy.
Okay.
I was M crazy, and M was all over that album.
Yeah, we like the same age, so yeah. Well, I
was M crazy around that time.
And you like lyrics, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I always had like Dr. Dre production or whatever. So that was like the only West Coast album that I had at that time. And bro, when Leon put me on to the shit that he was playing in his car, I had a newfound appreciation. And then when when LimeWire and all that shit came out.
Talk about it.
That's when I. That's
Shouts
when
to
I.
Wares, and then
LimeWire.
I had Wares, and I went to LimeWire, fucking my computer up.
Yeah. I ran
you
through like
played
3
on-
of my grandma computers.
You played on Winamp. Woo.
Yeah.
LimeWire.
Torrents
We
and
can
fuck
get-
your
So that's-
shit up though.
That's exactly how I just did the
It was
research,
pre-torrents.
bro. Like I get on the internet, dial up at that time.
Shit.
Ooh.
Know what I'm saying? Get up,
Leave
goddamn.
one song downloading the whole night. two
Trying not
two
to get
days
your
in a
computer
row.
virus
Real.
out. The hard old
Real.
days.
Type
Bro.
in niggas goddamn catalogs and shit. Be like, damn, I ain't never heard this
what
album.
I'm saying.
Damn, I always
I've
heard
lived a-
goddamn people talk
I've
about
lived
the
a long
Chronic.
life.
Let me download that.
So many undercover
so-
cuts,
I
man.
learned a lot of
on
shit
them,
like
on
that.
them LimeWire
That's
joints.
dope.
Fact.
That's
That's
dope.
a fact. So, like, you know, sticking with the music, is 2023 De Niro drops December, right? I hear the sound, and I'm gonna be, you know, not because you're here, but because I appreciate it. I did appreciate the Sonics. I love the beat selection. I love the fact that, you know,
Shout out to Swaves. He
It-
produced
Salute.
most of that.
you beat
joint.
me to the question, because that was one of the questions I was gonna ask you, because it seemed like it was one person who did everything. I wasn't sure, but I was gonna ask.
Did about 85% of it. Yeah, about 90. I think the only thing he didn't. It was like 2 tracks, like 2 or 3 that he didn't do.
What I noticed is you appreciate drums,
Mhm.
and you didn't lean too heavy into like drumless loops with the quote Griselda sound. Was that something intentional that you said these niggas is doing that, so I'm gonna do something else, or was this project just happenstance as far as the way it sounds?
Bro, I love shit with no drums.
Okay.
I heard when y'all had did the Rock Marcy review,
Oh, he fucks with us.
I was like, I was like, what? I was like,
Even
what's-
me?
I was like, what's up, y'all?
Even
what's,
me?
What's up?
That
We
is-
fucked up, y'all. We fucked up.
What you mean by that?
Like, what's up, yo?
I like I love the Alchemist joint, but I don't know this latest one. It was cool.
True love will forever.
But
stick out to
but
me.
this
I love
drums
that
all
record,
over
True
your
Love.
shit though, G's. You know what I mean?
No, I most definitely gotta, and that go from Virginia though. Know what I'm saying? Like Pharrell drums. Like I will always love drums, but I have grown to just be in love with the music too now. Know what I'm saying? Like I remember like when me and Sways first linked up for Midnight Marauders. That was the first drumless joint that I did over his joint. Midnight Marauders off Luxury Pack, the last song on that.
Fire.
He had sent that joint to me, but he sent it broke down. He sent me the sample and sent me the drums. The first thing I clicked in the email was the sample. So I'm like, nigga, this shit good how this is. This shit don't need no drums. He like, yo, put the drums on it. I'm like, bro, I'm in the kitchen right now making my juice, nigga. Goddamn, like I'm already coming up with the shit, nigga. I know what I'm about to say on this. And that's just basically how my love for drumless happened. Just off of that one joint right there. That was the first joint that I ever did, no drums.
Okay, but again, like I like the joints with the drums. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? The Wire season 7. What was the inspiration behind that?
Bro, that's probably my favorite song on the album. That's probably one of my favorite songs that I've done.
I ain't gonna front. I think it's called Motivation, the joint with the girls sample that you
Yeah, that was fire.
Unconditional.
Ooh, Unconditional. That's what
Nah, that joint crazy.
yo, because you flipped it. Because you know I listened to it. I'm like, yo, he taking some chances with this fucking sample.
Yeah,
But then
that's
I
a fact.
heard how the producer flipped that particular sample and how you rhymed on it. I'm like, all right, you win this round. You know what I mean? But talk to me about the Wire season 7.
Bro, that's one
That's
of
a
the
fire joint, by the way.
bro. Appreciate that, bro. That's actually one of the oldest joints that we had in the cut, and yeah, that was actually because it was 3 during that session. I did Amen, the intro. I did Homage. No, I did Amen. I did 9/11, and I did Wire season 7, all in the same session, and I supposed to have a feature for that second verse. I was shopping around Sent that had linked up with Currency. He had came down to Virginia. He did a show.
Out to Currency, man.
Did a show at the Nova, and I did the meet and greet joint with him. Hollered at Musa, his manager, and all that. Gave them the flash drive and all that, thinking that was gonna fall through. It didn't. No, and I know how it go. I ain't tripping over that. But I totally heard Spitter on that, and then I was like, man, I don't know who else would just fit on that joint. I had thought of El Camino, but I was like, he probably too much for my budget right now and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be real, right?
Yeah.
So
I've been there, bro.
so I was just like,
Hey,
bro.
we not talking about OnlyFans right now.
I was like, bro.
I'll break the budget for
The
that.
album.
Yo,
What are we doing?
I'll break the budget.
OF. Shit, me.
yo,
Wow, bro. That's crazy.
we gotta hit you with that
So-
and the fucking Kendrick.
Wow.
So with the
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Niggas out of line, bro.
So with the release date approaching and the deadline approaching and shit, I was like, fuck it, I'm just about to have to put a second verse on this bitch. But my whole thing was I knew the first verse and the hook was perfect, and I knew I had laid that joint down like 2.5 years prior. So I'm like, man, I'm about to have to do the whole joint over because my voice is a little bit deeper. Bro, my engineer, I flipped that, I spit that joint. That nigga flipped that shit to where both verses sound like I did them shits in the same take. Bro, shout out G White. That's super
not,
engineer.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Not at all.
From experience, that is not easy to
Yeah.
do.
'Cause that-
Even
that-
from one day
that was
to the
my
next,
biggest- that was my biggest
like
thing.
it's crazy.
Now, geez, not to get off on the music too much.
We'll
we
get back.
gonna
Don't
get
worry.
back to
You
the
know what I
music
mean?
for sure. But you watch the show, so you know I'm somewhat of an investigator. You know what I mean? I find things out. You know what I mean?
We'll find
I already know about your great memory. You know what I mean? I already know about Sway. Didn't he message you on first? He sent you some joints because you was an artist that kind of had his own style, right? I'm telling you, I know all the vibes. But one thing, bro, is that I can't find any digital footprint of you, bro. I'm like, did he owe money to the cartel? Did he catch a body? with, you know what I'm saying? Did he catch a body or something?
Like, more De Niro?
I'm
Chapo
saying,
got him
bro,
on the hunt.
you know what I mean?
If
Do I
Black
owe him De
Nardwar
Niro?
can't find you,
So
we need answers.
Right. So prior to the work that we have, you know, on DSPs, on YouTube, what were you rapping beforehand? Did you have a
For
career
sure.
beforehand? What
For
was
sure.
you into?
My rapping name was Youngin before G's. I got locked up in beginning of 2016. I'm 26 at this time, but before then I was already. That was my sentence. My sentencing date was January 26th or some shit like that, 2016. But the whole 2015, I knew that I was going to end up going to jail. I was just trying to push it out, trying to get the holidays out the way and shit, goddamn like that. So that whole 2015, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to sit down for a second. But when I come back, I can't be youngin' because nigga, I'm almost 30. You know what I'm saying? So niggas was like trying to come up with a rap name, and it was right there in my face the whole time. My real name, my government is Gerald Shepard. Jeez. It's right there.
It's right there.
It's right there.
there.
So that's how that came about. But I do I put out mad music as young and all of that shit down though. Ain't nothing up, right? Oh. All that I told them niggas
So
to take all
basically,
that
you
shit
would say it's a
down.
rebrand.
It's a read,
Ba-
yeah.
basically.
He looked you dead in your face and was like, "You ain't finding that shit."
Listen, man. If I can't, then it ain't. If I can't find it, it's not there, man. I'm telling you.
If you don't mind us asking, like, what led to you getting locked up?
Selling,
Alright.
hustling,
Regular shit.
Yeah,
You know
hustling.
what I mean?
hustling.
Little bad luck on a certain
most
day.
Definitely getting caught by myself. Won't nobody.
Wire type
caught.
shit.
Yeah, my
Essentially.
shit getting caught red-handed. Can't fight it. Can't beat it. Know what I'm saying? So,
Ah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
got me. You know what I mean?
So you said something earlier, and I was thinking about this when I seen how your albums line up. I see you had Luxury Pack, and I think it was before De Niro as radio edits. And I heard you just said your grandma gave you your first tape, and that tape was a radio edit. I was wondering, like, you don't see too many artists do that, which I think is smart because you can play your shit at any venue, anytime.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? What made you drop radio edits? What inspired that?
Because I know, like I said, I like listening to myself. not as
I like it.
not as much as I used to, because I try to for real, bro, I like listening to y'all, Joe, Rory, and Maul.
That's good company.
That's great company.
That's good
Like,
company.
I ain't gonna lie.
That feels
real
really
talk.
good. Shout out to them boys.
When nine times out of 10, when I'm in the car, bro, I'm listening to either beats or I'm listening to a podcast nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But during that time, bro, it was more so like my man's Day from down in Virginia. On the first project, I got a song called Michael. And he does like, he's heavy into basketball, and he does like these highlight reel mixtape joints. And he had told me, he was like, bro, get Michael edited. Never got Michael edited. I feel like I missed my mark on that. Like, I clearly have the sports references in the song.
It's one of my favorites.
I should have got it edited. It might have been some syncing type deal that could have happened.
Easy money.
Know what I'm saying? Like, he could have got, shit might have popped if he would have put that shit on the right highlight reel or something like that.
Right. Happens every day.
So off of that mistake, I was like, all right, the project's going forward, I most definitely gotta have radio edits. And because with the videos too, YouTube, you know, they be tripping about the cussing and shit. So
Yeah.
that's why I do the edited videos, the clean versions on YouTube, and then on streaming you see the explicit version of the video.
Genius.
And my daughter be in the car too.
That make
My
you
daughter
go.
is a whole
Kid
nother-
friendly.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: the sonical change. You go from your first project is G's 2020. Thanks for nothing. Love it. Luxury Pack.
That's my least favorite joint though. The first one.
Hey, I mean that's usually how it goes.
It's the baby though.
But again, you know what I mean? Because I got my commute. I drive about like an hour and a half to go to work. So I said, you know what? We're gonna be building with this band in the future. Let me go through the whole catalog, is what's available on Apple Music, and listen to the work. And I noticed that your sound changed from Thanks for Nothing, Luxury Pack, to Before Dinero and Dinero. What led to that change?
Me wanting to hear myself on different shit.
Okay.
That's it, for real. Cause I know I be going through those periods where I be like, I know I can rap on anything. So if I get a little too comfortable, like, goddamn, my last goddamn four sessions, I ain't had no variety. All of them been samples. All right, the next couple sessions, we gotta do some energy joints. We gotta have some bounce or something like that. So it all really came from that. And then, like I said, I knew the grand scheme was me eventually putting out Dinero. So I already knew what Dinero was going to be sounding like. And I knew tracks like On My Soul, Dusko Poppington, Blaze, G-Code. I just knew songs that was like the bouncy joints on Luxury Pack and Before Dinero. I knew they weren't gonna make Dinero. So it only made sense. Like, all right, Luxury Pack is gonna be a series. I'm gonna do 2 and 3. I'm gonna do LP2 and LP3. And Before Dinero, like I said, those was joints that I had really like cut. So that was it.
Because I noticed
the
the change. So it was like, all right, like you went into a completely different vibe by the time Before Dinero dropped. And you continued that energy with Dinero. So I'm like, I wanted to ask him, like, was this intentional? Like, were you just in a different headspace, or like, how did that go about?
And soon after, like, bro, literally soon after we finished that first one, mind you, I had took that hiatus from rapping and shit. So when I first got on to Benny and them, like 2017, 18 and shit like that, that's what made me start like wanting to like get back into it. Cause when I got out of jail, bro, I was just hustling, bro. Like I won't even. I told niggas I won't rapping no more. I told niggas that. But when I got into, I'm like, yo, I'm getting older. That was the main thing on my shit. And being where we from in Virginia, they don't listen to what I do.
Right.
So I was like, yo, I'm not gonna compromise myself and make some music that I don't see myself making.
So you never
that's
felt
not
the
even
pressure
my
to
that's not even my character. I'm not no turn up type nigga. That's not me. I'm a laid back dude. So when they came out and shit, bro, and with the story and shit, when I'm hearing like, all right, they in their 30s, know what I'm saying, and just now getting they stride and shit like that, bro, that shit was inspirational. For real. It was really inspirational shit. And started back writing in 2019. Hit my engineer G White. I told him he had just came back from Cali, cause he was over there working with Mike and Keys at the time, and he came back over here, and I told him, I said, bro, I'm ready to lock back in. We started on Thanks for Nothing, but soon after we was done with Thanks for Nothing, bro, like it was like Thanks for Nothing was like getting the cobwebs out, like trying to get back in shape, like Jordan with the 45.
Right.
It was like soon after I got like. Literally soon after we wrapped up Thanks for Nothing, bro, it was like, oh damn, I got my confidence back. I'm in shape. We started knocking out Pyrex, all them like mad joints, like literally right after Thanks for Nothing. Like Midnight Marauders, that came out like literally right after, but I ended up saving it for Luxury Pack and all that.
There you go.
So I was just in the groove, bro, and that's what I attribute it to. Like I found my pocket, and I fell in love with my voice, knowing how I sound on certain records. Like a lot of rappers, a lot of artists, they don't know that power too. Like your voice is an instrument. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what your voice sounds good on. You know what I'm saying? And at this point right now, I feel like I know exactly what my voice meshes good on. You know what I'm saying?
And before we wrap up, because we're running short on time, but like sticking right there, like just real quick, you're talking about like the zone that you were in.
Mm-hmm.
What does that zone look like? You know what I mean? Like what's your workflow like? Because I'm always curious. Like, are you listen to beats first and write to them second, or are you always writing and then listen to beats and match them up?
When I first started rapping, used to just write raps. Just used to write, no, I ain't need nothing. Now that I'm older and like how meticulous I am, I do need the beat. I need the beat because I
gotta tailor it.
Tailor-made, and I write.
No Drizzy. Sorry.
I was about to, but I gotta keep my connects right.
There you go.
Exactly.
There we go.
But
I said it.
But
I set this man up.
I said it. I'm sorry. You can censor it out. I don't care.
I'm not, but
you know what I'm saying? Bro, I write everything in the car. I write everything.
The car is really where everything happens.
Yeah.
Bro, I would be locked in my car
space
for like 4 hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be locked in the car, bro. I get a batch of beats, run through them, smoke while I'm listening. If it starts sticking, I'm locked in the car at least until I get. Always try to. If it's a joint where I'm not rapping straight through, like no hook, no nothing, I always gotta come up. I gotta find the hook first. Always. Like I don't even start I can't even start the verse unless I feel like, all right, it's a hook in here somewhere. Let me fill it out somewhere. If it's not a hook, all right, then we can go straight bars. But that's my process though. I write in the car, and it gotta be, I have to write the hook first if it's not a 52 bar joint.
All right. Last question before we get out of here. I listen to your music. Keep saying that because I did.
I know he did too, cause he had put the joint up on your story.
Come on now.
It was
unconditional.
But what was it? What was that you was doing?
I was working
at work.
You know what I mean?
Real nigga.
That's real.
Real
You know
nigga.
what I mean?
Facts.
I hit bro up. I said, bro, they fuck with me for real. I said, you see, bro got them put the joint up and he had, you know what I'm saying?
dig?
I ain't even know what you
They can
doing.
tell you
the gig.
I was throwing your shit in the group chat before we even agreed to do it. You know what I mean?
That's hard.
Job, I got a
That's
small
hard.
question after you ask your question though.
No, ask you a question because I want to finish
Quick.
it off with that question.
So, if anyone's listening to this for the first time, they tapping into the Rap Roundtable for the first time, they seeing Who Jesus for the first time. If there's any one song you could say, yo, tap into this, you get the real G's. What song would that be?
Real G's.
To get them to tap in, like for them to be like basically get hooked.
To get hooked but that's kind of a layered question because, you know, everybody don't listen for the same thing. So
That is true.
So if it's somebody that listen to what I listen to, I'd be like, bro, go ahead, throw that Wire season 7 on.
There
you go.
Throw
There you go.
any of
Belly.
the joints, any of the joints that
Belly.
I done
Seven.
shot videos for of the new project. Tap into those.
Honestly,
but hold on.
all of your intros are fire too.
Amen is a motherfucker.
That's love. That's love right there. I do feel like I am the intro king too. I be telling
Talk your
niggas that.
shit.
I actually feel like the Before De Niro intro. That's probably my favorite one because we put the flex shit at the end and all that.
Yep.
That was hard. But bro, I feel like to know like me as like a person though, I feel like that last song on the album, bro, the I Wonder joint, and then the cause you know I got bonus joints attached to that. I took that out of Hove book.
There you go.
He used to do the hidden joints.
Unlisted.
Yeah,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The Heart Don't Die joint, the very, very, very last song. I feel like that's like one of my.
One of them ones.
That's it.
I talk about my daughter on that. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that.
My grandma on that. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I hear that joint, I kind of get a little shaken up. And the last song on the first album too.
Here you go. Fire.
Cause I talk about the last 4 years that I had dealt with when I was doing all my felony shit and all that type of shit. So yeah, those two joints is like my favorite personal joints. But if you a rap nigga and you want to know how nice I am, any of them joints that I done shot videos for, tap into them, and then I'm 99% sure that you gonna tap into the rest of the catalog.
Say
that.
And all the links to his music will be in the bio for this episode. Make sure you run those up, tap in with them. But the last question I have for you, it's a personal question, not related to music, but because you reference this person often in your raps. How important is your grandmother to who G's is as an artist and as a man? Because you talked about it in this interview. You mentioned that in your raps quite a few times.
That's my
Grandma
dog.
is important.
That's my dog.
Granny, shout out to Granny
That's my
G's.
dog. Man, my grandma everything, man. My grandma everything. My mom had me when she was 17, turning 18. So my mom is fairly young. And my mom was, running around still figuring things out on her own. So my grandma is the one that raised me. You know what I'm saying? Like my other siblings, they grew up with my mom and stuff too. But I've always lived with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a grandma's boy. You know what I'm saying? So
Respect.
yeah, like I just always been attached to her. That's my ace boom right there. You know what I'm
Gotta show
saying?
this interview.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Oh,
grandma.
she gonna tap in. I know she be secretly tapping in. Like, I know she do.
Early salute to
I know
Granny.
she do.
Shout out,
That's
Granny.
love.
Cause I threw one of the posters for the new album. I threw one of them on the refrigerator, and she was like, "You got a new album out, huh?" You ain't tell me."
She's on deck. She tapped
She
in.
on
That's
it.
your biggest fan.
She own it.
It's a long way from tearing your whole wall.
Granny-
down.
Granny-
You know what I mean?
Look,
Granny's
and
are the
I want to ask
game
her, I
changers.
want to be like, you regret that, don't you? I want to ask her, like,
Ask her right now.
Well, see, you gotta
Grandma,
understand.
you regret that. I know you do.
You came in our time, so rap ain't rap. Rap back
Yeah.
then, what it is ain't what it is today. So
Facts,
it's like
facts.
back then it was still looked at as a negative.
For
so
sure.
like, you know what I mean? I got
For
in
sure.
trouble for Little Kim intro on her first album. My
Yeah.
nigga, like I understand. You know,
Yeah.
this nigga jerking off in the movie. Did it work?
Butter, extra butter. Shit
You know
was
what I mean?
wicked.
So trust me, when you
Shit.
when you told last, I was like, that's relatable because I got in trouble. But anyway, geez, we appreciate your time.
Yes.
Pulling up to the
peace.
Rap Roundtable all the way from Virginia to lock in with the guys.
VA.
You
was a
support the
pleasure.
show. You watch the show. We love the support. We love the music. And again, like, if you do a more De Niro, I don't know if you got something else in the future. You know what I mean? If you decide to do that, come back. Come on the stream. Come to the studio.
It's most definitely going. I took page out of Hove book. It's gonna be a project every year.
Okay.
Every
say
single
that.
year. Every
Powerful.
single year.
And where can they find you on social media?
The Real G's on Instagram. That was my old joint on Twitter. My shit got hacked. My new Twitter, The Official G's. I ain't on Facebook. I mean, Juan run that shit, but I ain't on that shit. But the joints that I personally handle is The Real G's and The Official G's on Twitter. Holla at me, I holla back.
Is that with an S or a dollar sign?
They don't let me put the dollar sign.
Oh, okay, copy.
It most definitely would be the dollar sign though, because I hate it when niggas mess that up.
Yeah,
that shit's like one of my pet peeves. It's somebody who, I ain't gonna say her name, but it's one person. She support my music, so she say. I don't know how she.
Don't get yourself in trouble now.
No. I gotta get this off though. I don't know how she support my music when I'm clearly saying G's in my songs. This lady, still to this day, I have 4 projects out. This lady still to this day says, yeah, my homie G Money.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not G Money.
She gotta get bored.
Not her brother's
Come on,
keeper.
beloved. We gotta do better,
Like,
beloved.
Damn it, man. But again, G's, we appreciate
It's
your time.
GEE $ on streaming. Please put the $.
Yeah.
Put the
It's
dollar
vital.
sign.
Put the dollar sign.
That's the name of your next tape right there. Put the
$.
dollar sign.
Put the $.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate
Man.
you, family, and we will do this again, hopefully in the future, man.
For sure.
Lock in with G's. Run those streams up.
That's the G's,
Follow him on social media.
Tap in with him.
Don't
Tap in with
interview.
the Rap Roundtable. Until next time, Deanie, take us home, bro.
Yo, The Real G's. Shout out to you for showing up. Love my brother. Great interview. Shout out to the homies in the cut. Salute to y'all niggas.
What up, what up, what up?
Macito, Jarvie, fucking Sincere the Rap Snob, Walt. How could we forget Walt the Great, always holding us down.
Six
Engineer
man.
extraordinaire. I'm Dean, the balance of the force. And you know what the fuck it is. It's the Rap Roundtable, man. Get in tune with us. Boom. We out of here. Episode 96.
The heroes and the villains.
RoundtableMerch.com. Get you one of these.
You heard?